They do it. Election.
Oh yeah, damn, I forgot about that too.
Oh,
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, my peoples? What's goody, my peoples? We back in the
it's
building.
good.
Sorry we super late, man, but I had dozed off. Then my wife bought me a new refrigerator for my office. I opened it up to set it up. It got mailed to us. All four corners on the top was broken and dented, and then the bottom in the corner was dented. So I had to retape the box because I ripped the box open. So I had to retape the box up because I was supposed to do that and then come. I had to retape the box up, go back, carry it back. Now it was delivered, so I had to take it to Home Depot, drop it back off, and do all that work, man. So that pushed me back like a like a big dog. It pushed me back. It set me back. But we in the building, my peoples. We in the building. What's goody? What's goody, my peopleizations? We back in the building. Y'all know what it is. It's Tuesday. So we got my brother. He's in the building. Y'all know Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. He's in the building. He's in the building. So salute to Cali
What
World
up,
of
yo?
Queen. Yes, sir. Salute to Cali World of Queen. She's in the building. JJ Short Deuce, he's in the building. Great Gambino in the building. Via Ferreira in the building. Nitty G, my brother, in the building. Yo, Nitty G, man, you gonna live a long time, bro. I told you my close friend and cousin, his name was Nitty G. He passed away. He was a engineer for music. And he passed away, man. And his brother, which is his little brother, he's doing pretty much a life sentence. And he just put on social media that he's appealing. And I thought about it. I'm like, man, when he got locked up, his brother Nitty G passed away when he was locked up. So he didn't get to do, so man, it's wild. And then Nitty G, you popped up today. I mean, you're gonna live a long time. That's what my mama said. Dragon Fang, salute in the building. King Alley in the building. Louis Bay in the building. Southwest Dice in the building. Eric P is in the building. LT in the building. Louis Bay in the building. YG Knight in the building. DVJ 600 in the building. Chef Dre Boog in the building. Jafari Caesar in the building. My brother Kid the Great, he's in the building. Michael Ray II in the building. Selected Styles in the building. T-Star in the building. JM Jr. in the building. Great Gambino in the building. The beautiful Queen Maya Egypt, she's in the building.
Salute to the queen.
Monda Mensa Musa LLC, he in the building. Southwest Dice in the building. Frequent Flyer Frequency in the building. Yeah. MJ Total Health Wellness in the building. My brother Selected Styles in the building in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on us in the super chat. Salute, King. Country Q Deuce 5 in the building. D-Boy Def, he in the building. Nitty G in the building. Eric O in the building. Student 7 Teacher in the building. Ra Holman in the building. Montavia Berry in the building. Anthony Johnson in the building. Light Skin Business, he in the building. Mo Taylor in the building. Tyrone Mosley in the building. King Alley in the building. Freedom March, my brother, he in the building. Armani Shakur in the building. Omar Jamal in the building. Antone Lancaster in the building. The Libra 926 in the building. Joe Johnson, nephew, in the building. Montre in the building. DeMarcus Martin in the building. Marvelous Tracks in the building. Midman J in the building. My brother Freedom March in the building in the super chat early, dropping that Cinco on us in the super chat. He said you destroyed KO. See, here's the thing about that, right? Is that I'm just dealing in facts, not feelings, bro. You can deal in feelings all you want. I'm dealing in facts. The facts is the venue's available. The facts is there's no rhyme and reason why he's not fighting. The facts is Tank Davis is talking about going to Japan right now. So clearly fighting is not on his mind. Right? I mean, we got to make this make sense. Al Heyman is a shrewd businessman. He's been in entertainment and music industry before he got into boxing. He don't know how to book a venue. If there's a mishap with the venue, he don't know how to rectify it. It take him a month to rectify it. Come on, man. We got to start making this make sense. Bean is in the building. My brother Rod Holman, he in the building in the super chat. He said that debate was fire yesterday. Right. See, I didn't want to talk over him and over talk him because it's my then people because this is what people do, right, Clay? It's your platform, so you over talking them, you're not giving them a chance. So I was just trying to give him a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Even and respect his opinion and his stance. You know what I'm saying? So Callie Snipes is in the building. Duke Adonis in the building. 07 Hall Dog in the building. Fontaine Berry in the building. He said, Blue, you got Fanon is diabolical.
Yeah, man. and I know it's gonna come up today. Salute Freddie March too. And salute to King Alley. But yeah, salute. Man.
My brother Drew Titan is in the building. Monda Mensa Musa LLC in the building. AK Crowder, my brother, he in the building. Sammy Green in the building. Yo, Clay, I'm glad. I'm gonna text you something right now, right quick, because I keep forgetting this, to say this to you. Let me text you something real quick.
Woo! D-boy, crazy.
What you call it? Yeah, I just need you to check out that message. Salute to my brother Drew Titan LLC in the building. King Alley in the building. Mo 2013 in the building. Eric O in the building. Reese Fox in the building. Anthony Johnson in the building. Sheldon LDBC or none in the building. Dexter Hayes III in the building. King Alley in the building. The beautiful Queen Jaylyn, she's in the building.
Shout out to the Queen.
D-Boy Dev, he in the building. Big Silk in the building. Who else we got? I got repeats. TS Sim 7 in the building. J Pitty City in the building. Kevin Jackson in the building. RL Carr in the building. Bro Man in the building. Big Silk in the building. Stay Dangerous Boxing in the building. Dreadhead Freddy in the building. Next Level Coach in the building. BVG Trey in the building. I Want My Vision Back, he in the building. Showdown Sports and Shorts in the building. Dizzy in the building. The Future in the building. Mahari Nation Sports Podcast, he's in the building. We got a super chat from my brother, the Libra Non-Do 6. He's in the building in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on us in the super chat. He said, Blue, keep doing your thing. You all over the internet. My wife was listening to you and was like, hey, Blue serving these dudes. Shout out to Clay as well. Salute to my brother, the Libra Non-Do 6. Show Enough DJ in the building. Birdo in the building. Robert Chandler in the building. Saya Dixon, the queen, the beautiful queen. She's in the building.
Shout out to the Queen.
We need that soundboard. Daryl Duhan in the building. We need that soundboard. And more importantly, we got my brother, my co-host, Clay Moraine. He's in the building.
I didn't know.
Salute to all of y'all, man. So much boxing to talk about this week, Blue. I can't wait for us to get into. I just can't wait. Set it off.
We got a lot to get into. The beautiful Queen Shakur Fields, she's in the building.
Oh yeah. Definitely to all the detractors who not saying nothing in the chat, who we know are in the building. shout out to you guys too.
Mm-hmm.
We got to start recognizing.
Hit the horn on them, Clay. Hit the horn on them.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all extra special. Tim Bradley used to say, he said one night, he said, you know what? I love my detractors because my supporters, yeah, they're going to show up. But he said, my supporters ain't waking up at 6 a.m. with the hate in their blood to put out the stuff on the Twitterverse and hate on me in the chat and hate on me on other platforms. So you got to give them a special shout out because they just got a whole nother drive. There's a whole nother drive that our supporters just don't got. It's not the same drive.
Their motivation is different.
It's extra different. You can't pay them enough.
And just to let y'all know, salute to 7 Grams, salute to Brandon Broussard, my brothers. Master Eden. If by the time I salute and acknowledge my brother Claymore Rain, you're late. You're late. Richard Ponce, what's up? And after today, you won't get your horn. You won't get your acknowledgement. If by the time I acknowledge my brother Claymore Rain, you are late. YouTube 91, what's up? And go subscribe to my brother Claymore Rain. His link is in the chat. So we got a lot to get into, right? We got a lot to talk about. Dragon Fame, what's up, family? We got a lot to discuss. So Tank Davis is trying to book a flight to Japan.
Got some time on his hands.
What kind of is he doing? I mean, you look at BoxRec, Clay.
Got it pulled up right now.
What does it say there, Clay?
Hold on. Let me pull up. Because I got some other stuff pulled up on BoxRec right now. But I'll tell you right now, we won't waste no time. Not a minute.
Not a minute.
Hold up.
Not a minute.
It says event. It says Saturday, 14 December 2024, Toyota Center, Houston, Texas. USA Commission, Texas Competitive Sports Program. Promoter Tom Brown of TGB Promotions. Matchmaker Tom Brown. Amazon Prime Video Pay-Per-View.
So that goes back to what I said yesterday. That goes back to what I said yesterday. So for the people that's talking about Blue got cooked, you didn't pay attention very well. Your guys want me to lose so bad. You got to pay attention to the details. Right? Tree and Dream Deuce, what's up? You got to pay attention to details. What did I say yesterday when Knockout said it's going to be, they trying to negotiate the concession stands for Tank Davis for GTD promotion. So I said he's going to have to get paid multiple different ways then. Dizzy, what's up? You got to pay attention. What, Clay, can you repeat those stats again, please?
We've got the Saturday, December 14th, December 2024, Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. USA Commission, Texas Combative Sports Program. Promoter Tom Brown of TGB Promotions. And the matchmaker is Tom Brown. Amazon Prime Video Pay-Per-View only.
As I told you guys, what did I say yesterday? That means Tank has a deal with Amazon Prime. That means he has a deal with PBC and a deal with Tom Brown and a deal with himself. He's going to get paid 4 different ways? Of course not. Ray Spacer, what's up? Dizzy, what's up? Forrest Winston, what's up? You guys got to pay attention to the details. Regardless, you got to remove feelings from the facts. I told you guys, this is J-Man123, what's good? He's not going to be getting paid from GTBD Promotions. He's going to be getting paid the PBC and Tom Brown. Up for real, what's good? Okay? TGB, Tom Brown Promotions. Erica Malbasius, peace and blessings to the beautiful queen. She's in the building. Now, you know I love saying that name. You know I love saying that name, Clay. Erica Malbasius.
Malbasius. That's royalty right
name.
there.
That's a dope name, and that's you
is
can't
that
get that confused.
Is that I'm about to say? Is that her real name?
Look at the beautiful queen. She's in the building.
Yes. Shout out to the queen.
Shout out to the queen. BP77, what's up, family? She said, Blue, is the fight on or not? No, it's not happening. And it's not happening no time soon. No time soon, right? Tank is trying to book flights to Japan. He just went out his way to ask the judge to give him a pardon to leave the country. Sia Dixon, sorry, Queen, pardon me. Queen, you know I can't see and read that well. King Kong, Rose, what's up? So he's trying to get a pardon to leave the country. You don't believe me? I can show you the receipts. He got denied, but he's trying to go to Japan for a week to celebrate his birthday. Does that sound like he's training, Clay?
Nah, bro. Unless, not that I could tell. Not from the outside looking in, it don't. But you never know nowadays, right? Maybe that's another chapter of training.
He definitely ain't fighting December 14th. That ain't happening. Chief Wildfire, what's good? He's not fighting December 14th. Yet BoxRec still, and does it have the Toyota Center there, Clay?
It definitely does.
And it's still the Toyota Center. Again, like I said yesterday, the Toyota Center can sue them for false advertisement. They're advertising the Toyota Center as the Kendra, what's up, family? They're advertising the Toyota Center, and they're not secured. Mind the man, Samusa LC, what's up? So if they add in the Toyota Center, Clay, and they didn't secure the Toyota Center, that means people can look at that date with the Toyota Center, Clay, and they may be like, hold on.
False advertisement for you guys.
Right. So you causing us money. You causing us money because people may think they can't book the Toyota Center for the 14th, and it's already booked. Meanwhile, it's not booked. It's not booked. The Toyota Center is not booked.
Schedule.
So, Jonathan Simon, what's up? So, this is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. This is what I was trying to explain to KO yesterday. We got to remove feelings. How you feel and what you want it to be is a whole different situation from the actual truth. Adrian Cook, what's good? It's different from the actual truth. If Tank Davis is trying to leave the country, now he got some other things going on that he's supposed to be losing his condo, so on and so forth. I don't know about that. That's not my lane. Official Hayes, what's good? Duncan Pendy, who's my brother. What's up, family? Adrian Crook, what's up? I don't know. Eastside Easy, what's up? I don't know about him losing a condo, how that works, so on and so forth, right? That's his personal business. I'm talking about from the sport of boxing standpoint. How's you trying to go to Japan if you got a whole fight coming up? Your mindset is not on boxing, Clay. If you focus on drumming for life, what's good? If your focus is on going to Japan for your birthday, King of Bounce, what's good? You ain't focused on boxing.
It doesn't look like it.
Absolutely not. And furthermore, Clay, let me ask you a question, Clay. If they having an issue with a venue, don't this seem like he throwing his hands in the air?
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like at this point he's content with the information he has, and he's not pushing it. He's not pushing it anymore. He's not pushing the issue anymore. You just get to that point where you like, people keep telling you to chill. We got a champ. Don't worry about it. And you just like, let's keep it moving, man. All right, bro. Just let me know. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my mind off of this. I want to go to Japan. I don't want to keep thinking about this.
I'm going to celebrate my birthday, entertain myself, and it is what it is. At this point, it's frustration. Now, Clay, let me ask you this question. Salute to my brother Freedom March in the building in the super chat.
Yeah, Sia Dixon, what do you want me to look up? The event? What do you want me to look up?
I'll tell you in a second. He said, but Blue, maybe an internet screwed up the booking. Right. You got to see the hypotheticals. Again, like I said, when I was, she says it's on Boxing Scene, Clay.
Yeah, I seen it on Boxing Scene. I got it pulled up right here. She's talking about the fight?
Yeah,
I'm looking at it right here. Yeah, it says Texas. Yeah, the same exact thing. Amazon, Toyota, everything, same exact thing.
Right. So this is what I was saying, right? And salute to the beautiful queen, Cameron Fields. Peace and blessings, queen. She's in the building.
Salute. I love that picture of that woman.
Rich, what's up, family? Bullet Gibson, what's up?
What I thought there was one of these sites that said it was going to be. Wasn't he saying something about December 24th? Was there someone?
KO said that.
Okay,
I didn't find it. He said it was on BoxRec. I think he meant to say. I think he mishapped. He was meant to say the 14th of the 24th year,
December 2024. Yeah, right. He was like, okay, I got you. Okay,
right,
that makes sense.
But he was saying that for whatever reason, he kept saying the 24th. Right. Band up, what's up, nephew? Larry Tucker, what's up? Crunch Time 9-1. Kirsty Polaris, what's good? So now here's the thing. Salute to Australia, man. Jeff, the producer, what's up? Now here's the thing, right, Clay? Another thing, right? We gotta look at in this situation, right? Roberto Todd, what's up? Like I said, Al Heyman don't make those types of mistakes. He's just simply not.
It doesn't make sense.
Right. Clay, at this point in time,
right?
Do you think that Tank would be booking if it was down to a venue and the only issue was a venue and the venue is available? Now maybe Tank is like, bro, book the venue.
Right. Well, because Tank might be trying to get the answers as well. Like, you keep saying the venue, but that's not making sense to me. So what is really going on? Because if it's a venue, just book the venue. That should be rectified inside of 48 to 72 hours. That should be like, oops, let me fix this. Carry the one, bro, right? And get it done.
But Clay, let me ask you this. Two things. For one, it don't take that long to book the venue. For three things. Two, Tank could book the venue out of his own pockets. If that's the case, it's probably going to cost him $50,000 for the night. He spent that money on the chain.
Right. Probably that watch he got on his wrist. He had a nice looking watch at that, Frank. I bet you that Tank, that watch was like over 50, wasn't it? Anyway.
Right. And now on top of that, right? So you can book the venue yourself.
Yeah.
Right. But now another thing is, if you take Davis in this situation, right? And they continue to tell you, because they clearly continue to tell you this, right? At what point in time do you just come out and say, bro, they doing me dirty? There's an issue, clearly. And it ain't got nothing to do with a venue. Stephen Ella Mack, C Money Best Style. What's up, family? It has nothing to do with a venue.
Well, Blue, I think it has more to do with, I think the most interesting thing about when I look at the box rec is the undercard that doesn't exist under it. The fact that they've posted this fight up and underneath there is no undercard. I think that's the interesting and the most significant thing that I'm seeing when I look at this. When you pull up other events right now, right? Let's say I go look up the Tyson Fury. Let's pull up Tyson Fury. Let's pull up Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk, right? This fight is in December as well, right? So when we pull this up,
December 21st, the very next week.
Which I think is part of this problem. I think this is part of the issue. I think that the events coming around it, I'm telling you, I think it's just a poor projection on the pay-per-view sales. I know people don't want to hear that, but I think that's what it is. But let me pull it up real quick here, right? Let's pull it up. Bop, bop, bop. Come on. Bang. Tyson Fury. Let's go. Boom. Let's pull up his card. Bang. As soon as you pull it up, a whole undercard. Serhii Bahachuk, Israel Majimov, Isak Lowe, Lee McGregor, Dennis McCann, Peter McGrail, Moses Ituma, Johnny Fisher. You see the whole entire curriculum for the fight. But underneath the Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach fight, there's no undercard. And I think that's a significant thing, because what event do you have with just the main event being Lamont Roach and especially when you look at the fact that the changes that were made in the last minute in the past few weeks, as far as David Morrell and David Benavidez is concerned. Because in the beginning, I thought that it was going to be David Benavidez versus Jesse Hart on the undercard. Moving those guys off that card and taking whatever you taking with you, Isak Cruz and Rayo Venezuela are supposed to be on the David Benavidez, David Morrell card. Trying to find the fights. When you're talking about putting the Jamel Charlos and all those type of people on the card, that costs monies. There's a budget that needs to be behind that. That seems to be more significant to me than than a venue issue. It seems like you ain't got no fights. You know what I'm saying? It seems like we ain't got no fights for that card. You guys forecasted a lot of fights, but where are the fights at? Any event you pull up on BoxRec right now is going to show you that undercard. Come, there's no undercard for the Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach card.
Right.
So the issue might not be Gervonta's money, or it could be Gervonta's money. It could be, champ, let us give you a lower guarantee so that we can put the rest of this card together. You know what I'm saying? So we can get the guarantees for the rest of this card together. And champ's like, that ain't my problem, bro. That's not my issue, fam. You ain't touching my guarantee, bro. That's not my issue, brother. You need to figure that out, bro. That's not what I don't pay fighters, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't pay fighters.
Clay, if the venue was an issue. And salute to my brother Marco Boxing in the building.
Marco,
what's good with you, Marco? B. McGee. Michael Demps, what's up, family? What's up, family? Larry Tucker, what's up? Got my brother Marco Boxing. G. Al, my brother is in the building. What's up, G. Al? Robert Chandler, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on us in the super chat. He said, off topic. Schofield said 2 years ago, Shakur is the greatest fighter he's been in the ring with and folded from his body shot. They pushing for Core next. As a promoter, how do you know when to challenge the top of the division? You got to be smart. No, Tank is, Erica Marbella says Tank is not fighting. He's not fighting. No better, do better podcast. Stay dangerous boxing. What's up? Erica Malbasius, Tank is not fighting, Queen. He's not fighting. But as far as Floyd Schofield, you got to be smart, right? Charlie Pearson, what's good? You cannot, Goat 95, what's up, family? You cannot, your son got talent. If you Floyd Schofield Sr., your son has talent. Your son has ability to be somebody and a world champion in sport of boxing, no doubt. Would you disagree, Clay?
Yeah, no, yeah, without a doubt, for sure.
Right, for sure.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
But he's 22, and he has flaws, glaring flaws that you can see immediately.
Yeah.
Even when he's doing good things, you can see the glaring flaws immediately. So you got to pull back. You got to know when to be humble. I know you want him viewed and talked about in the same conversation, in the same light as Shakur and Tank and Devin and Ryan and Tio and whomever else. And I know they probably feel a certain kind of way, Clay, because Abdullah Mason is getting a lot of buzz.
I feel like that's bothering him a little bit.
That's bothering him. Breezy too cool. What's up? Right? So I'm pretty sure that that's under his skin, right? But at the end of the day, you got to know and be, there's a saying, right? Floyd Mayweather Sr., when Floyd fought a southpaw, right? Senior said he called Roger Mayweather. Twan Rowland, what's good? He called Roger Abdul Mason not ready for Tank. He called Roger Mayweather, right? And he told him, don't you ever, remember he was in prison, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
He said, from now on, don't you ever allow Top Rank or anybody to put my son in there with another southpaw until he's ready. And this is Floyd Mayweather Jr. Floyd Sr. called from jail or wherever he was. And he said, do not put my son in there with a southpaw until he's ready. No more southpaws. Right? And Floyd was him.
Right.
But they was humble enough to understand. There's a time and place for everything.
100%.
There's a time and place. He's not ready.
Yeah.
He's not ready.
I said it last night to you, Blue, right? I said if I was senior or if I was anybody who had any type of vested interest in this kid's career, I would never send that dude in the ring with Tank Davis or Shakur Stevenson or pursue it. And I think Oscar De La Hoya spoke to it a little bit, right? He said, no, we got to slow him down. He got a C- tonight. We need to slow him down. But I also doubled down to say that as a fan of boxing, though, I ain't got no problem with the fight.
Because and that's the thing. As a fan, I don't have a problem with it either.
It's gonna be exciting. He's gonna push it. He's gonna go for it, and he's probably gonna get slept or stop.
He gonna go for it. But just when people are asking me based off of strategy and for his career and things of that nature,
100%.
No way.
Yeah, no way. It's, you know why no way as well, Blue? No way as well because he has potential. So why waste it? He just needs to be developed. You just got to take the time. He actually has potential. He's a talented young man. I know people are trying to say he's trash, and that's not the case. He's just not there yet. He's just being fast-tracked before his time. You know who they did like this? Mark Sanchez. That's who I think about for when he played with the Jets. I'll never forget that game when all of a sudden Rex Ryan had that boy throw the ball like 48 times in the game. And he was used to throwing the ball like 12 to 21 times. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why you got this boy throwing the ball that way? Because we're doing the offense. We're doing a pass-first offense. On the kid who just came out of USC, it's his third year in the division. You think because he took you to the playoffs that all of a sudden this dude's going to be the next Joe Namath? No, they broke that kid, bro, in my opinion. I think he had a lot more promise than what he showed in his career. He looked like a bust in his career. And it's the same thing with Schofield. You're fast tracking him. When you look at his face right now, bro, he's got the face of a 34-year-old battle-tested champion. You know what I'm saying? Scar here, scar there. You know what I'm saying? It's too early. He's getting hit with too many shots that he shouldn't be getting hit too early in his career. He needs to slow down.
And in boxing terms, let me just give y'all, Billy Boy, what's up? B McGee, just give us a second. Let us cook, and then we'll send out the link in 30 minutes. Round One Sports Talk. What's up, family? Kawhi Elliott, what's up? So here's the thing. In boxing terms, Jeff Lacy, right? Jeff Lacy was walking through people, left hook Lacy, knocking people out. He looked the part. He was fighting. He was living up to the hype. And then he went over to the UK. And he got absolutely destroyed.
100%, bro.
Billy Boy, I'll send you the link. Billy Boy, you want the link? Now, for just to chop it up, regular conversation, just give us a minute. Billy Boy, if you want to debate, you said I'm lying on Tank again. Do you want to discuss it, Billy Boy, or not? If not, you're going to go sit at the kiddie table. So tell me, and again, you cannot hide. So it's not like you can. Billy Boy, do you want the link or not? Chris, what's good? Southwest Dice, what's good? Yeah, smash the like button, man. Here you go, Billy Boy. You said we lying on Tank. You come here talking about I'm lying on Tank. You're gonna get walked down and stopped. Roy Boy, Florida, what's up? Billy Boy, there goes the link. Yada, what's up? We only want the link for you. He said I can't do 2-on-1. Okay, cool. You can choose whoever you want to debate. It's two of us up here. The other one won't say nothing. You can talk to whoever you want to talk to. You can talk to whoever you want to talk to. Mr. Charismatic, what's good? You can pick and choose. It's two of us up here. You said 2-on-1. We're going to double team you. We ain't going to double team you. Choose who you want to talk to. You can talk to Clay. You can talk to myself. Too Rich, Mr. I Respect the Belts. What's up, family? What's up, Too Rich? Robbie 30 Deuce 96. What's good?
Salute, Too Rich.
Come on, Billy Boy.
Yeah, Too Rich.
I feel intimidated. I feel comfortable in the chat. Yeah, because you can lie in the chat. Goodbye. Now go sit at the kiddie table. Of course you feel comfortable in the chat because there's no responsibility. There's no accountability. You got to put a face to the name. You got to actually stand for something. And you don't stand for nothing. So go sit at the kiddie table. Do me a favor. Get them some Mott's apple juice. Get them some dinosaur chicken nuggets. go have several seats at the kitty table, brother.
Give him the sugar-free apple juice though, man, because it looked like that ADD is crazy.
Yeah. Don't give him too much.
Yeah, the sugar-free shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Don't give him too much. Don't give him too much, man. Go have several seats at the kitty table.
But yeah, I agree with you. Even with like a name like Michael Grant, right? Like he kind of got everybody thought he was the guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he got humbled. So yeah, development is important, and matchmaking is important too, Blue. Like the development comes in the matchmaking. A lot of the development comes in the fights that present the issues. So a fight like what he just had with Giron, well, what is it, Rene Giron? I don't know if that's his name, but that fight.
Mahari, just give us a couple minutes, and then I'll send you the link as well.
Right. I think that fight could be a benefit to him, right? The experience he got in that fight could be a benefit for him if they're honest about what they saw in that fight. They can use that fight for real to feel like, yo, this is what we need to work on. But if you're just walking away with a victory from a fight like that and thinking like it ain't broke, don't fix it, yeah, there's gonna be some issues. There's gonna be some issues. It's gonna show up in a bad time too. It's gonna show up with a real puncher, somebody who's really gonna sit you down with a 10.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. There's no rush. He's 22.
Yeah, there's definitely no rush. But he is, but like playing devil's advocate to push back to say, however he got there, he's number 2 in that WBA sanctioning body. You know what I'm saying? And there's opportunities there for him. The question is he going to be passing on opportunities? If opportunities come to him, does Floyd Schofield walk away from these opportunities? Does his team do the quote unquote right thing and say, not now, we're not ready for that opportunity, right? For the money, for the opportunity to become a champion, for the opportunity to be great. Does he walk away from that, being the position that he has? And obviously that's a personal question for those guys to answer, and the conversation for them to have. But as like the guy asked you, as a trainer or as somebody, who's managing this kid's career, this kid has an opportunity to become a champion in this division, and the opportunity in front of him is a Tank Davis or Shakur Stevenson fight. Does he say, I'm not ready? What does that look like aesthetically from the outside looking in? How does that look for him to walk away from an opportunity like that and be a number 2 and let Edwin De Los Santos come over him and take the opportunity, or an Andy Cruz below him and take the opportunity, as he clearly states to the world that he's not ready. He's not ready to fight these guys. How does that look for him?
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Because see, that's what I'm saying. He's 22. Why are we rushing him? For what?
I don't know.
It's not necessary.
I definitely think he's been fast-tracked. He's been fast-tracked to his own detriment. You know what I mean? Like, it's hurting him right now because he's there. And it's kind of weird, right? It's like I'm trying to describe it, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job describing it, but he's there. Now what? And that's what it comes down to. Do we all own up that we made a mistake? He's not ready. What does that mean, he's not ready? And what does that look like for him? What does the boxing space respond to and say to that? Him admitting he's not ready by his actions, by not taking opportunities, by not pushing for a mandatory, by not moving forward and fighting fighters that could stop him right now legitimately because he's not ready. What does that say about his career? Does he have he has a choice clearly, but you can just go in there and try and get those kind of accolades and maybe even mess around and win. Or you can walk away and kind of like tuck your tail between your legs and say, I'm not ready for it yet. How does this space deal with him? Do they respect it? Does the fans respect it? Does his market value respect it? Does his market value take a ding because he's turning down fights that he says that he's already talked up, that him and his father have already talked up and said what they can do, and brought up sparring fights and brought up all types of stuff, and then you walk away from the opportunity when it goes in front of you? What happens to his market value at that point? He really becomes a clout chaser at that point, because now you got the opportunity and you're walking away from it. I wouldn't trade places with him for anything right now. I think it's a complicated situation.
But it goes back to what we said last night on your show, right? Go back to, and I hate to use these terms, but goes to the B-level fighters, the Edwin De Los Santos, right? The Raymond Mortala,
Right.
Go
Well,
test yourself
Raymond.
in the gym. Because you go messing around with Shakur, Tank, Devin, T.O., and you get embarrassed, right? Your confidence is going to take a major hit. Will you be able to, Clay? We know, we watched in real time. Michael Grant,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Left Hook Lacey, they was
Mm-hmm.
never the same.
Yeah, they never came back the same way, especially Michael Grant.
Yeah,
Well,
they never recovered.
Yeah, it looked bad. It looked bad, but look at how. Yeah, it depends. Like if Floyd Schofield goes into a fight with one of these guys and he goes 12 rounds and he loses a majority decision, right? Or he gets stopped in the latter rounds, in the 9th, 10th round stoppage. You know what I'm saying? Maybe corner throws in the towel, or you know what I'm saying, maybe, you know, he falls down too many times. Maybe he gets knocked down 3 or 4 times and the referee waves it off. That's different than him going to sleep, right? That's different than him going to sleep. So he can build from that. And I would use Jaime Munguia as an example. He went into a fight with Canelo Alvarez, and everybody kind of pretty much knew what was going to happen to him. And it didn't really happen to him the way people thought it was going to happen to him. He lasted all 12 rounds, lost the fight. But Jaime Munguia is well on his way to being probably the number 1 guy in the 168-pound division right now outside of Canelo Alvarez. Everybody still thinks he's that guy. He was able to build on that. Frank Martin just got knocked out by Tank Davis. Has he lost on his market value? You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? Rolly Romero got knocked out. He was a star for at least the next 3 fights, even though that's a whole nother story, right? But he was a star for the next 3 fights. So taking these losses, if he's really at least at a minimum, if he's at a minimum competitive, if he's competitive in these fights, can't that help him?
Yeah, the thing is with Jaime Munguia, he don't have his dad talking the way he's talking.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. These fighters don't have those expectations attached to their back because they're writing these checks, and we gonna hold you accountable for your credit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
That's where the difference lies.
He
Schofield
set the
Senior,
bar so high.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're doing so now. You're removing the ability to. And shout out to the Chocolate Drop, making 50% of the queens of the ring. Nick J, she's in the building.
Salute, Queen. How you doing, Queen?
Randall 700, Pancho Villa, Culture Nerds. What's up, family? She said fans are still respecting Tank, and he ain't fighting nobody on his hit list. He will be fine. The difference is, right, Queen, is that Tank. See, here's the difference. Let me tell you what the difference is, Queen. Tank throughout the first half of his career, he didn't talk at all. Floyd did all the talking, but nobody. The problem is, Eli Israel, what's good? Donnell Bell, what's up? Enzo 88, what's up? The problem is, Floyd Mayweather backed it up. It was believable coming from Floyd because he never lost his status. He was a cash cow. He broke all the records. So when Floyd bigged up Gervonta Tank Davis, it was believable. It was acceptable because Floyd proved it. Floyd Schofield Senior, nobody knows you outside of these streets of New York.
Right.
You did nothing. T-Buzz, what's up, family? You did nothing in the sport. Nobody respects you. Texas 16 South, what's up? Now, Tank Davis don't have these types of performances. So Floyd Mayweather bigged up Tank Davis, and Tank Davis lived up to the hype. Floyd Schofield Jr. is in the ring with B-level fighters, C-level fighters, D-level fighters, and is having drag-out fights.
Right.
That's the difference. Tank Davis was mummed. Floyd Mayweather was certified.
Right.
Tank Davis lived up to the hype.
Right.
Floyd Sr. is not certified in these boxing streets.
Not at all.
Floyd Schofield Jr. is struggling with these levels of fighters. That's where the difference lies. And then Tank, another thing, Texas 16 South, Zainier Presley, Jeff Hemfield, Texas, what's up, family? Gervonta Tank Davis did no talking until recently about Shakur. Actually, he ain't do no talking about them until I brought it out of him, Clay.
Yeah.
When I had that debate with him, he wasn't even mentioning these dudes.
Right. Remember when Gillian Wallow was like, yo, you don't call out for nobody?
And he was like, no, I never did that. He just followed the blueprint. Leonard Ellaby did all the talking. Floyd did all the talking. And they were certified. Leonard Ellaby is certified. Floyd is certified. They're believable.
Right.
When you got Floyd Schofield Sr. doing all this talking, no disrespect to him, you believe in your son. You're supposed to. That's not Leonard Ellaby kid. That's not Floyd kid. They selling a fighter and he's living up to the hype. This is your son.
Right.
It's a difference. You're overwhelming him in interviews. You're over talking him. And now he's talking and he's like, yeah, oh, I did this to Shakur. I did that. Tank didn't do that for years.
You're right. You're right.
By the time Tank did that, Clay and Nick J, by the time he did that, he was already certified. By the time he made that hit list, he was already a star at pay-per-view. He already sold gates. He already was a world champion. His knockout streak is impeccable. He already certified. Floyd Schofield is not. And he's having fights like this, and he's getting dropped in these fights. And his dad is doing all this disrespecting to people and doing all this talking to media members. That's the key thing.
So can he take that back? And what does that look like? Like, not verbally, but are you saying through his actions? I mean, because it seems like that's who they are, right? That's the architecture of they so it don't matter. Like, I mean, I guess you're saying pretty much lock up the not the guarantee, but go into these situations more confident. But they seem as confident as you can get. Like seniors sitting there, like, you guys don't know. We know.
Here's the thing, right, Clay? Floyd Mayweather wasn't disrespecting the media in boxing.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna bury him. And I'm not trying to say we're gonna bury him like me and you, but we're definitely gonna hold him accountable. You go up into these fights, and we're gonna tell the truth about what we're looking at.
Now, like Nick J said, Tank ain't checking off that hit list. He ain't, right? He tried with the Lomachenko, but the rest of them, he ain't doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, he's proven. In all those fights, would you put your life savings on anybody other than Tank? No. Because he's proven. Will he lose to Devin? Possibly. Will he lose to Shakur? Possibly. Will he lose to Loma? Well, possibly. You understand what I'm saying, Clay?
Yes, I
But
do.
are you going to put your life savings on them over him? No, because he's established himself. Tank is the epitome. You make a mistake, you have to pay.
Yeah.
You get in the ring with Tank. He knows. I got something you don't have. A God-given power, ability to land with this knockout power. That's what I have. You don't have that. None of these dudes have that. Nobody possesses that.
Yeah.
Nobody possesses that. So you make a mistake, and he got a high ring IQ. So you make a mistake, you have to pay. And he will make you pay. Because on top of that, A1 Hoops on my brother Emmanuel H in the building. On top of that, Clay, thus far in 30 fights, he's proven to have a granted chin.
100%. 100%.
So it's not even like, and they're not the biggest punchers anyway. They're boxers.
But who we trying to convince here, Blue? We trying to convince the Schofields of this? Because they don't feel the same. When you hear them talk, they don't feel that way.
No, what I'm saying
is it Oscar that we need to convince? Like, who?
No, you know what Oscar said? He said we got to take a step back. We got to chill.
He definitely said it. But does his opinion matter as much? Because it seems like the Schofields have some
Nick J.
They have some sort of independent. I'm sick of Tank at this point. Let me know when he fighting elite competition so we can revisit.
Yeah, no, Nick J, I'm with you. But what I'm saying, Nick J, is the difference between Tank and Schofield. Schofield gets outclassed and dominated. See, here's another thing. Tank, 9 times out of 10, ain't gonna get outclassed and dominated, even if he loses.
If he loses, it's gonna be exactly. He's at that point right now where I can never see that happening.
they're gonna win the fight. They might win 9 out of 3 rounds, but it still ain't gonna look as dominant as the scorecard will read.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, but Floyd Schofield Sr. has put his son in a bag with Devin Haney. Like
Right.
Bill Haney talks up the fights. Bill Haney, Devin lives up to the hype. Now he had that situation with Ryan, and we had all these issues, so on and so forth. Devin has lived up to the hype in clean fights. Even a Lomachenko fight, people wanted him to lose to Lomachenko. So
Right.
he was in a close fight with Loma, and people wanted him to lose. He won the first 7 rounds against Loma. But you wanted him to lose. So Loma had moments, there was big moments, and people, oh, yep, there it is, he lost. Bizzo 128, Rude Exposure, King Caesar, what's up? Right? They wanted him to lose. Devin, thus far, has lived up to the hype. You didn't see Devin struggling with people like Floyd Schofield just struggled with.
Mm-hmm.
And getting dropped. Now he going there doing all this talking and going there with Shakur or Tank or somebody and get absolutely obliterated. There's no coming back for him. He's not coming back from that. He's not coming back from that.
He'll be a journeyman until he can get the respect back again somehow by just some good matchmaking. I don't know, man.
And so, and is his dad going to be able to be humble and take a step back?
And that's going to be the next question too, as well, which is what moves. Somebody said in the chat yesterday on my show, said that how do you have somebody like Ronnie Shields in your corner and you're playing number 1 seat over him, like that type of trainer? How do you have him sitting down taking orders from you? Like, why are you the lead guy in there? Why is it looking like that? Why are you not sitting on the side and allowing somebody of that caliber to take the control of the reins and move forward with your son and take your son where he needs to go?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man.
Yeah. And it does look like there's a disconnect, Blue, with it looks like there's a dysfunction happening between his son and him, between senior and junior. It just looks like there was that night, at least, there was definitely a disconnect, right? Like 100%, if we're going to be honest, Junior went rogue that night. Junior went rogue. He wasn't listening to his corner. And his father was being real erratic, really screaming at him, really yelling, saying a lot of stuff. And it seemed like Junior was tuning him out. So the effectiveness, if you don't have the ear of the fighter that you're training, if he's not listening for you, if he's not hearing you, then even if you are a good trainer, you're not a good trainer for you, because the number one foundation to the effectiveness of what you're training is going to be his ear to hear you. And he's not even listening for you. He's not looking for you.
And this goes back, but that goes back to what I said.
Mm-hmm.
His dad do all this talking. So he sees, he ain't a fool. He sees his son struggling. He's seen his son get dropped. He knows what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
So he feels the pressure himself that he wants his son to perform.
Yeah. Now, do we move Floyd Sr. out the way, or do we add more to what they're doing?
See,
because there's a big difference.
Me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move out the way. You got Ronnie Shields, bro. You don't know more than Aunt McQueen. Coda, what's up, family?
Salute, Aunt. Salute,
Coda.
Coda.
Elliot, what's up? You got Ronnie Shields, bro. I'm good. Imagine I taught I tell this story all the time. My son was one of the best football players in New York.
Mm.
From the age of 6 to 13.
Mm.
He got so much hype surrounding him. It was ridiculous. There's no way. And I taught all my sons from the mud. Taught my daughter how to box. I taught them from the mud based off my experiences. What I knew about it. Realist Deuce 4, what's up? If there was somebody, like, let's say, I had Rex Ryan. You guys remember Rex Ryan. He used to send me tapes. I had met Rex Ryan. This is all true. And he used to send me tapes on how to study defenses and all this. That was my guy.
Mm-hmm.
Loved the way he did defense. So Rex Ryan used to show me how to do defense and so on. He would send me tapes, what to study, so on and so forth. If Rex Ryan came down, now I taught my son since he was out the womb. I taught all my sons, but this particular son that had reached the height of the height, I taught him out the womb. He was running with parachutes at 3 years old. Right? Out the womb. If Rex Ryan came, I'm taking a step back.
Period. You playing your position.
Period.
You recognize it. Yeah. Yeah.
Period.
There's a lot of ego. There's a lot of ego going on there with Floyd Sr. And I don't know if he wants to acknowledge it. He always has an answer to say back about what he's doing and why it makes sense what he's doing. But nah, bro, you are literally, and I don't know. It's like, look at yourself. Look at the videos. You're sitting there next to him. You're over talking him. You're answering questions. There's a video on Fight Hype right now of Floyd Schofield Jr. being interviewed, and you can see the cameraman on Fight Hype purposely tuning this guy out of the camera, just putting it on Floyd, on Floyd Jr. And you hearing Senior on the side, nah, Floyd ain't. It's just like you are compulsively speaking. Like you might, and I heard he's seeing a therapist. That's what he said. I'm not in his business, but he said there's a therapist situation going on with him and maybe some of the ways that he's socializing. But your son's career has to come first. And until you get that in check to a point to where your personality and Junior's personality can coexist in the same space, to where Junior can grow, he can evolve and develop into who he needs to be, then at the end of the day, you have to make a decision. You have to be selfless and consider moving out of the way for your son's future. Right, you have to.
And you got it. And it's not like you're doing it for somebody who's certified Hall of Famer. Come on, man. Salute to my brother, Mr. Hayes, Fight Hub Hayes, Marcus Hayes, the best reporter in boxing in the building. That's my brother right there. Box Jay Smith, my brother in the building. What's up, Jay? Larry Tucker, what's up? So that's just my thing. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not telling nobody to do nothing with their kids.
Right.
You can't. You know what I'm saying? But me, Clay, I played football at the highest level. Man, my sons at the age they was better than me. I told this story before. My son was 4 years old. And my other son was 7. Right. And 7, right? And they were like this. And they played ball together. Man, I turned around. We had my son practice. He's 7, Clay. 7 years old. He on the 7-year-olds. If I'm lying, I'm flying. LD the boxer, what's up? My other son is there with his little equipment on, but I've been teaching him from the womb to play quarterback. I turned around. Get with Vasquez, what's good? I turned around, right, Clay? And I'm like, where my son at? The 4-year-old. My other son, we had to practice. Right? We had practice. My son is practicing, 7. Where my son at? I'm looking. Nobody can find him. Bro, I'm starting to panic, Clay. Yo, where my son? I'm looking around. Now he had on equipment. Clay, I kid you not. I look, my man said, yo, he out there. He out where? He playing quarterback. What? He 4, Clay. So I said, he doing what? Bro, it started to get dark because of the 4. They got him at quarterback. I run out there. I'm like, my wife would take my head clean off. I run out there. I said, whoa, what we doing? Say, yo, my other son, my older son, he like, yo, because they've been playing together forever. He like, Dad, I want him to be quarterback. I'm like, bro, first of all, it's not even legally possible because you got to have your papers and your card.
Right.
But they were so comfortable with each other, even at 4. And so my son is 4. He's big. So even today's time, they're 13 and 17. No, 13 and 16, right? So they they're the same size though right now. if you've seen him. You know what I'm saying? And they wasn't far off then. You know what I mean? He's big to be that age. But they had him at quarterback, Clay. Literally. And my other son played running back. So he was comfortable with him at quarterback. And I'm like, bro, I told the coach, like, oh, let him. I said, bro, he's 4. He cannot play nobody's football. It ain't happening. He can play, but he can't play. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
No, he's not playing nobody's football. My wife would take my head clean off.
You got to bring her child back home.
Bro, you crazy? He had equipment because I would dress them alike. You know what I'm saying? He had equipment, he had helmet, he had shoulder pad, but he wasn't playing. You know what I'm saying? He knew how to play, he was training, but he wasn't playing. He could throw the ball, he could do all that at 4, Clay.
That's crazy.
But if somebody came down with more experience, you think I'm like, this is my son. No, hey, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ronnie Shields is a Hall of Famer. He's an icon trainer in this business. He done forgot more. Once you come to the realization, this dude done forgot more boxing than I know. Humble yourself. Bro, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. I don't tell nobody what to do with their kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody do with their kids what they want. That's just my opinion. And I wouldn't push them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have pushed my kids in like I said, for my daughter boxed. When she got to the point where she started seeing boys and all that, Clay, do what you do. I used to give them the talk. This is your life. Only you're gonna get out of your life what you want. It ain't got nothing to do with me. All I'm just trying to guide you. You understand what I'm saying, Clay? So what I'm saying is that if I got Ronnie Shields' attention for my son, take a step back, bro. Yes, your kids is gonna have your ear. You understand? There was times when my kids did play football, and I used to be like, hey, listen to your coach. They would come to me. Yo, go to your coach. Because I got to teach them to be independent. Not just rely. My voice, they be motivated by my voice. All of that. My voice is authoritative, right? Go listen to your coach. When you go to college, I can't teach you. When you go to NFL, I can't teach you. When you're in high school, you got to look at your high school coach. You got to learn that. And you got to know your limitations. As much football and boxing I know my limitations. I know that I come in contact with Ronnie Shields, I'm going to concede to Ronnie Shields. You know more than I know. But that's just me, Clay.
I agree with you 100%. I think the moral to the story is you definitely got to know when to let them go. You gotta have faith in what you've done up until this point and be like, yo, what I got for you, I've given you, man. Now it's time for the next level. It's time for, you know what I mean, me to manage your career a little bit more and allow the training and the development stages of your career kind of take its own path with the quality trainers that we put you in there with. And plus, at the end of the day, senior, you're just getting way too much attention. You're a trainer. You're getting way too much attention just off the strength of that. You're talking more on the mic. You're doing a bunch of stuff. I know you thinking you're doing what Bill Haney's doing, and that's what you're doing. I hear you to a degree, but listen,
I'm
bro.
glad you said that, Clay, because I used to dress my kid. I played at the highest level I could reach, and exactly, Cole, there's ego involved, and so I used to dress my kids. I was always getting money, so I used to dress my kids like they was in college. They looked like college football players. They had back plates when they was 5 years old. They had visors when they was 5 years old. They had towels. They had spats. They had all that. Right now, my son just called my 13-year-old, the younger one. He just called me. He went to the store. He's like, Dad, look at all this stuff here that I forgot I had from when they came out the womb. You feel me? And people used to say, bro, where you get this? I mean, Clay, they had Superman socks with capes on them. Little capes. Literally, they had capes on their socks. Because I'm like, when you run for a touchdown, they're going to see these capes flying. You know what I'm saying? I just want to instill that confidence in them. You know what I mean? So people used to ask me, can you dress my kid? If I'm lying, I'm flying. Can you dress my kid? Hey, I'll give you money. Go shop for my kid. Can you buy this for it? You know what I'm saying? And I say, hey, man, that's just what my kids want. I didn't want no parts of all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what my kids want. Oh, your son got that. Hey, ask them. You know what I'm saying? Ask them. If they say it's okay, cool. I didn't want to be the center of attention. Yo, you dressing your kid like this, you doing this, you doing that, you doing that. You understand what I'm saying? My daughter box, I taught her how to hit the mitts like Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Right now, she's 21. If I do the mitts with her, bam, 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 right now, it's muscle memory. So people say, man, can you teach me the mitts? We go to the gym. Bro, this is what she want to do. You understand what I'm saying, Clay? Like, I didn't want to be the reasoning. Oh, their dad did this. Their dad did that. Their dad did. No, my son wanted this. He wanted Batman socks. He wanted Superman socks. She wanted to do this. She wanted to. That's what they wanted. I'm just here to fulfill their dreams.
Right. Here to facilitate an opportunity for them. That's it.
Right.
Right.
Yo, man, how your son learn how to tackle like that? Ask him. That's what I used to do. Ask him. Yeah, ask him.
Yeah.
And they used to say, they would take, my kids would go, show them how to tackle, show them how to throw the ball, show them how to leave me out. What I do, I did that in privacy with them. Taking them to the football field, training them early in the morning, parachutes, ladders. You understand what I'm saying? I did that in privacy. So when oh man, where you get that visor from? My kids would tell them, hey, boom, boom, boom. Don't ask me. I didn't want to be the center of attention, Clay. And that's the thing. When we see him in the interviews, he's like, he's over talking. Bro, you putting pressure, you adding pressure. You writing checks that he has to cash. It's not realistic.
Yeah. And you're making him insecure because people are ragging on him about him not being able to speak for himself. They're coming at him about it. So you're doubling the pressure on him because now he's trying to prove to the people not only that he can meet the big pressure you put on his back, the big standard you've laid out in front of him, but also trying to shut them up. You know what I'm saying, about who he is as a man. I think it's a complicated situation, and I think at the end of the day, you're talking about a lot of mental warfare before he even gets in the ring. You're becoming a distraction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're becoming a distraction.
All fact. Carmen Serene, the beautiful queen, she's in the building. She said he's living vicariously through his son. Junior is just an avatar for a senior at this point, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
He's blessing the beautiful queen, Monica Johnson. She's in the building.
Good evening, queen.
Yeah, I seen that about Ryan Garcia. So, yeah, but back to this Tank Davis situation. Right, Clay? He clearly is not focused on boxing right now. And to the people that said that, we're making this up, Bill is not living through Devin Haney. You got to understand the dynamics of their relationship. Devin Haney asks Bill to do those things. Devin Haney is not a big talker. He don't want to talk to the media. See, there's the difference. Chris Little One Taylor, what's good? Chris Brooks, what's good? You got to know the dynamics of their relationship. It works the way it works because Devin Haney's like, bro, I don't want to. You don't see Devin Haney here on this platform. USA Sports Podcast, what's good?
And Bill always lets it be known Devin's the boss. Right. I'm just doing Devin. He always empowers him. He always does that. He doesn't do what I saw Floyd Senior do the other night, talking about the boy's brain and how it's not developed all the way yet, and what does he look like letting his boy, like, nah, bro. That's not helping build up your son and make him a boss that he is. For your son to be like, yeah, my dad handles all my money. I don't got to worry about this, worry about training. Nah, bro. There's some heavy micromanaging energy going on over there. And that can't be good. And like I said, him having a son right now and having to be a father and thinking about what he looks like in front of his son and trying to be the man he's trying to be for his son. No, this is not going to end up in a good situation for him.
Yeah, you got to understand the dynamics. Bill Haney, Devin Haney is not, he's just, I've been to Devin. You don't see many interviews with me and Devin Haney. I've been to Devin Haney's house, literally in Devin Haney's house, in his personal space, in the car with him, wherever, right? I don't, because I don't do it because he's not comfortable doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So because I'm in his personal space, he knows what I do. I know what he do, right? I don't do it because he's not comfortable doing it. Now, other media members, G tatted up, what up, nephew? Injustice Deuce, what's up? They may do it, whatever. They may not have the same relationship they may have. I don't know. But me, I understand as the young man, Devin Haney, he's not comfortable in doing that. Bill is. So they have a dynamic. Boston Truth, Morgan Bear, what's good? Where they have a dynamic where Bill does the talking. This is something that Devin Haney understands and he wants Bill to do. There's a difference. Bill's not doing this because he's just living. Y'all got to understand, Bill Haney had mansions and Bentleys before Devin Haney got to this point. This is something y'all don't understand. The Ghoul Man Live, what's up? Muscle Cal, what's good? Bill Haney has had Bentleys and he's lived a good life way before Devin Haney has made it. So there's nothing to live vicariously through his son. He's already had the finances. A-Tune Carbonano, what's up? So Bill Haney don't need to, he don't need to. He's been in the limelight, negative or positive, whatever you may say about it. He don't need to.
Right.
So Bill is like, okay, you want me to do this, Dev? Cool. He's that way with his. See, and again, I seen Bill with all his kids. This is how he is with all his kids. See, y'all don't see it because Devin is in the limelight right now. But I seen Bill with all his kids. This is the way. Bill is no different with Sean, little Bill. He's no different with none of them. He's not different. Y'all may think he is because you only you introduced to Bill because of Devin. Bill has nothing but utmost respect for his kids.
Mm-hmm.
If his kids want, he's the epitome of living for his kids.
Right.
Oh, you want to do this? Okay, do it to the best of your abilities.
Right. I'm gonna get you the best coaches, the best trainers, the best equipment, facilitate, put you in the best schools that represent the best version of what you're trying to do. He's gonna, yeah, you got to respect the way he's moving, and he does it in a way where you see it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like he's celebrating his kids. I just don't feel like Senior celebrates doing it the way he does.
Clay, Bill literally moved to make sure that they had his son Sean wants to play tennis. He literally made sure he moved to where there's a tennis court built in the backyard so that Sean can practice every day.
Right.
He does the same things with Sean as he does with Devin. It's just that you don't watch this. You are familiar with him because of Devin in the boxing space. But he does this with his kids. He has the utmost respect for his kids. Mm-hmm. He lives not through his kids. He lives for his kids. There's a difference.
Right.
There's a difference. Bill lives for his kids, not through his kids. There is a difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Senior wants to be more important than he already is. And you are important, Senior. You're his father. You brought him in the world. I heard about the stories about staying in the hotel room and getting custody and having to give up on your music career or your music executive career and the things that you were getting involved with, the sacrifice. You are important. But yeah, there's definitely a amount of selflessness, and there's an art to knowing when to let go. I'm not a big fan of the Garcias like that, but Henry talks about a story about when he decided to move away from Ryan and allow Ryan's trainers to take over and played his position outside the ring. You know what I'm saying? Or as a number two or whatever it was going to be for his son to be successful.
I'm glad you brought that up, right? QI Network, the Go 95, what's up? Where me and Henry differed was lack of accountability. Bill holds his kids accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Henry does not. And
Right.
if Henry Garcia get up here and say that me and him always had the most respectful relationship ever. Where we differed as when Ryan went through all this situation with the steroids and all that, he never held him accountable. He went with the narratives.
Mm-hmm.
And as a father, that is a no-no. Today, it was so hard. My youngest kid, which is my 10-year-old daughter, okay, she has to stay for extra help. She has to do this, so on and so forth. And she's the most popular kid in her school.
Mm-hmm.
And so today I had to discipline her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's my youngest kid.
Mm-hmm.
It was extremely hard for me to do, but I
Mm-hmm.
have to hold her accountable. So she
Right.
left out my room from talking. And 15 minutes later, she came back in. She had tears in her eyes. Dad, I'm sorry. And she was crying.
Right.
And I didn't yell at her. I didn't yell at her from the beginning. And I told her, I said, listen, there's nothing to be sorry for. But my job is to be, I had to, of course I wanted to be like, you ain't got, as my daughter, I wanted to be like, you ain't even got to go to school no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I wish I could do. But
Mm-hmm.
that's not reality.
Right.
Reality is I have to hold her accountable because when she goes into this world, nobody cares that she's Blue's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
They only gonna see her as a human being outside, and they don't care who her relative is. They don't care who her father, her mother is. They don't care who her siblings is. They don't care about none of that. So if I don't teach her accountability now, she'll never know it.
Yeah. And she'll
Period.
take things so lightly. She'll never. Yeah. She'll take things so lightly.
Right. She'll think that the world revolve around her, and
Right.
that's not reality.
Mm-hmm.
She won't have no accountability. So as hard as it is for me to look at her when she came in and she was upset and she was crying and tears in her, Dad, I'm sorry. And I said, what do you, I said, I took it as a moment to teach. And I said, sit down, baby. Tell me what you're sorry about. And she said, this is what my daughter told me. She said, I'm sorry I disappointed you.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. She's 10. I said, you didn't disappoint me at all. Not at all. So
Yeah.
here's what happened. Is that I had to hold back and I had to hold. She didn't disappoint me, but my kids don't want to disappoint me. So I had to, but I still had to hold her accountable.
Yeah.
Period.
No.
I got
100%.
daughters that's bigger. I got daughters that's bigger. My daughters range from 27. This is a true story. My oldest daughter is 27. My other daughter is 25. My other daughter is 21. And my last daughter is 10. My big daughters, they have obviously, they're big. They have relationships. And they come, hey, Dad, he did. And I say, no, sit down and tell me what you
You
did.
did. Yeah. You
Tell me
already
what,
know.
right. Tell me what you did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are
Like,
they
whoa, whoa,
gonna
whoa,
like
whoa,
it?
whoa, whoa, whoa,
No.
wait. Tell me what. You know what I mean? Don't do that. What
Right.
did you do?
Because as the dad, they know my first instinct is to strap up,
Mm-hmm.
tie my boots up,
And head out.
and I
Roll
really
out.
don't care what they did to you.
Right.
These my babies. But that's not reality.
Right.
That's not reality. One day I'm not gonna be here. And that's not
Mm-hmm.
reality. So tell me
Right.
what you did, baby. Oh,
Right.
men. I got one of my daughters. She always tells me, men is not this. And I said, and how would you know that? My daughter, that same one that tells me, men is not worth nothing. And I said, why you say that for one? Everybody's not you, Dad. That's what she tells me. You the only man. You the only good man in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, look at your approach. What you understand? I have to make them see it from a different lens. And you have to have accountability. And Henry Garcia did not have accountability when it came to Ryan Garcia's situation.
You can tell it's not just with that situation. It's life in general.
Life.
You can see he's generally not been accountable.
Right.
Been held accountable. Like he's used to it. Like this is who he is. It's not just about that situation. Right.
You don't get held accountable. And that's why I said Henry is making you have a teachable moment and you're not using it. That's nasty work.
100%.
You teaching him to fail. That's what you're teaching him to do.
Yeah.
You're teaching him to fail. So anyway, but Clay, we got this situation with Tank Davis. We got this situation with Tank Davis, right?
Right.
And clearly, he ain't fighting, Clay.
It doesn't look like it.
Now, Clay, I just need you to tell me, when you look at BoxRec and it still says a fight is going on, where's the disconnect in boxing?
Yeah, to me, it's like, did somebody forget to turn the light off? Did somebody forget to turn the switch off? Well, there's parts of me that say, are they still trying to push this fight to happen on the 14th? Are they still trying? Is that what we're looking at? Are they still, as far as they're concerned, trying to put the fight together?
That would be bizarre.
Right. Maybe that's what it is. But if they are, you would think that you got to know that this fight is suffering at this point. Right now, at this point, it's eating itself alive. If you still plan on kicking this fight off on December 14th, you're not promoting it. You're not marketing it. You haven't set up no press conferences. You haven't announced the undercard. I mean, we're almost halfway through November. We're a week away from halfway through November. A month you're going to do a couple of weeks. You're going to do a quick little like rush press conference. So is that what we're supposed to believe? That you're going to do all that and put the fight on December 14th? I don't know. You know what I mean? I think, from the outside looking in, you'd have to assume the fight's not happening, but that BoxRec post is diabolical. You know what I'm saying? It makes it difficult. It is a confusing thing to look at, to see one fight on there December 14th, and with all these rumors going around it. Is this a marketing strategy? You know what I'm saying? Are you doing this on purpose? Or are you trying to throw everybody in the space off? And you know what I'm saying? And you're really going to do us a surprise. We got a fight in 2 weeks. I bet y'all thought that was going to. Yeah, we did. We thought y'all wasn't going to have a fight. I ain't going to hold you. You got us.
Yo, but Clay, and it says in Houston at the Toyota Center. Here's the thing about it, right, Clay? Is that it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't benefit Tank. It doesn't benefit Tank. It doesn't benefit Lamont Roach. Because how are you going to promote it at this point in time?
Yeah, it would be crazy. I don't know, even understand what the campaign would be.
You can't promote the fight right now. That's 5 weeks away, ain't it, Clay?
Yeah.
In 5 weeks, you're going to promote a pay-per-view event that's going to feature Jamal Charlo. It's going to feature all these other fighters.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that would happen. It's hard to believe it.
But so, Clay, here's the thing. Doesn't it seem like it's a money issue? Somebody's still trying to hold on to the fight happening. And it ain't Tank, because we know Tank just applied to be able to he asked the judge to go to Japan.
Yeah, I mean, maybe BoxRec is trying to find out information as well. Like BoxRec's like, listen, because you said that Lamont Roach isn't even aware, right? One way or the other. He just thinking that the probability is it probably isn't going to be a fight, but he's still getting himself ready because worst case scenario, he wants to be ready, ready to fight, right? So at the end of the day, are they letting BoxRec know? You know what I'm saying? BoxRec's probably sitting there like, yo, we're not going off the internet and over social media saying until they call us and let us know this fight is off, we're not gonna pull this down off to our website. But it does also seem like a lot of stuff has preemptively been happening, which is kind of weird, because why promote a fight where you haven't had the fighters on the undercard contracted? Why promote a fight where the venue hasn't been locked in? Why promote the fight and push it out there with all these flyers and all this damn social media presence, and you don't have nothing really locked in per se, except for Tank and Lamont Roach?
Right. And this is the thing, Clay. Does this sound like a venue issue to you?
Not at all. I could never imagine. Yeah, not at all. Matter of fact, if it was a venue issue, they would have definitely pulled it off their box rec because they would have been like, we can't put it up there. So we know it's not going to be at Toyota Center. So why even put it up there when we know it's not going to be there if there's an issue with the venue? So it's not, it doesn't look like an issue with the venue.
No, it's definitely not a venue issue. This is something to do with outside the venue.
Yeah.
If it was an issue with the venue, it would not take this long to square it away.
No. And there'd be fights on the undercard.
Or relocate.
That part too.
You would just either fix the venue issue or relocate. Okay, we can't have it there. I don't care, Tank, how much you want to fight. Or, like I said yesterday, is it a situation where Tank Davis is saying, I need to fight in Houston, and they saying, okay, no problem. Well, the venue is X, Y, and Z, right? So now you gotta come up off of, we ain't gonna pay you for this fight, for this venue. You're gonna have to get paid this. And Tank is like, no, I want it to be my way. You understand what I'm saying, Clay?
Yep.
No, I want to get paid like I'm fighting Devin Haney or Shakur or Tio, and I want to fight where I want to fight. Denzel Hart, what's up? I told you what the issue was. I never changed. Everybody else around you is changing, Denzel Horton. Everybody else around you is telling you it's venues, now it's new investors. Tank Davis is being misinformed. I never changed. I told you it was issue of money. They are trying to, let me enlighten you, right? They are trying to find investors to help pay the money that Tank Davis is looking for. That's what the holdup is. If they pay the money to secure the venue, you will not get that money back, Clay. Yeah. You pay that money for the venue, you're not getting the money back.
Yeah, because you're locking it in for that day, and you're stopping them from making business.
You're stopping them from making business. So therefore, that's why they didn't book the venue, because Tank Davis is pushing back for whatever reason he's pushing back. And I believe this is the case. I think that Tank Davis posted and started promoting this to put pressure on them.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question, Blue. You tell me your opinion on this, or from your experience, what you think about what I'm about to say as far as Amazon's relationship to this event not happening. To this day, we have no confirmation about this deal with Amazon and Travante Tank Davis, but we're going to do some assuming right now. We're going to assume that there is a deal that's happened between Amazon and Tank, and that Tank is poised to make X amount of millions of dollars per fight, guaranteed by Amazon. Forget what PBC is offering them. Now, first of all, if they're making an offer to Tank Davis for X amount of dollars, how do they plan on getting the return on investment on that money? Like, if they put $240 million out there, it's safe to say that they plan on making more than $240 million by the end of the contract. Is that fair to say that?
Of course, because again, like I said yesterday with Knockout, you think Amazon is not trying to get a return on their investment?
Right. See, so I didn't see the whole debate. So right. At the end of the day,
so
that being said,
like I said to him yesterday, somebody ain't getting paid, right?
Right.
If you got Tom Brown, you got Amazon, you got PBC, and you got Gervonta Tank Davis himself, and that we didn't even mention his opponent. They all got to get paid. Somebody ain't getting paid, Clay.
Right. And they're going to be concerned about the fights being made, right? If they see a fight in their data that they're getting, their marketing, the marketing sector of their companies looking into it and giving them feedback that's saying, listen, this doesn't look like it's going to do well. The whole space is pushing back at this fight. Fans don't want to see this fight, right? How much motivation are they going to have to put the money behind that fight from happening? Could they have gotten away with this fight happening, saying we're not going to transfer X amount of guarantees, or our company's not in agreement? And do they have a say once they've paid Tank Davis X amount of dollars? Do they now have a say in the events that Tank Davis does, or is it like a silent partner thing? Like, yeah, we pay you the money, but you do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I don't think they care, because I think the situation is, give us our money regardless.
Right.
We don't care what you can and can't do. you're gonna pay us. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. So you don't think they care to even look at the Lamar Roach fight?
This whole situation just reveals the actual truth, Clay.
Mm-hmm.
It reveals the truth. If Amazon gave PBC a major budget,
mm-hmm.
what are we talking about here? Why would we even why would you negotiate? You only negotiating with a venue if you don't got the proper money.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm gonna make my money back.
Right.
You can add the difference in the percentages or whatever to be able to pay for the venue. And if Amazon is going to pay for the fight, why wouldn't they pay for the venue? If they're going to pay for the promotion, add the venue in the promotion.
So do you believe there's a deal between Amazon and Prime? I mean, Amazon and Tank, that he has a guarantee from them?
Distribution deal.
I'm talking about Tank as far as his money, like that $200 to $240 million. No.
Amazon didn't give PBC a deal. They're going to give Tank a deal.
That's what he was saying, right? That's what he's saying in that video with Cigar Talk, right? That his deal is going to be bigger than Floyd's deal. Where did he get that information from?
That's what I'm saying. Are they selling him talking point? To me, it's looking like, and this is what people didn't understand what I was saying, right? Is that I was defending Tank in this situation because I'm saying if they don't have the money, they don't do this to Canelo. Why should Gervonta Tank Davis have to take a discount, a homie discount? Right. He shouldn't have to, right? So that's what I was saying. Like, they don't tell Canelo to do it, whether they win, lose money, or whatever. Canelo ain't got to do it. Why should Tank have to do it? If we say he's the star that they say he is.
Right.
You understand? But now here's the thing, right, Clay? And salute to the Queen Kiki in the super chat, dropping that cinco on us in the super chat. Blessings, my beloveds. Blessings to you, Queen.
Salute to the Queen.
So here's the thing, right, Clay? Now think about this. When Canelo did his deal, you heard about it, right?
Yeah.
When Floyd did his deal, you heard about it.
Yeah.
Tank is telling you he got this deal. You've never heard about it.
Yeah.
The only person that ever even mentioned it, Clay, was him.
Tank. Yeah. Yeah. That's a fact. I've been asking about it since the beginning, since he said it. I'm like, since I heard people coming talking about he locked his deal, and I'm like, oh, that's what's up. Oh, how's the deal set up? How's it structured? How does he get his money? Does he get it per fight? Does he get it per quarter? Does he get it up front? Does he get it at the end? How's he getting his money?
And the thing is, Clay, people act like we are rooting against the deal, which is silly. Nobody's rooting against the deal. But where's the proof of the deal? He told us in June, the first week of June, that we was going to find out about this deal. We've never found out about it. We're going into the new year.
Right.
It's safe to say we ain't going to find out about a deal he talked about in 2024 that he signed, a 7-fight deal. He was asked, is this person, and here's the thing that make me think that I feel like he was trolling. And when I went back and watched it, I feel like he was trolling. When he was asked about who's involved in the deal,
right,
he was making light of it, right? Is Errol Spence involved? No, I want to fight him outside the ring. Floyd Mayweather is involved in the deal. We're going to fight in November. I'm starting to feel like he was never actually being serious about the deal.
Yeah, I definitely did pull out Bandit.
You see what I'm saying, Clay?
Yep.
I'm starting to feel like he never was serious about this. He was trolling us about this deal. I think he was trolling Floyd Mayweather about this deal.
Yeah, it looked like he was throwing shots at Floyd in the midst of when he was answering that question. But man, yeah, it's not a good look.
So I'm starting to think because Nazi's for Cigar Talk asked him about Floyd Mayweather. And he said the way it was put when I went and rewatched it, and I rewatched it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, now it kind of seemed like he was trolling and never was being serious about this deal. Like he was trolling Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was like, Floyd Mayweather is
jealous. Is it jealous?
Yeah, jealous. Floyd Mayweather doing stuff. He was spiting me. he was secretly mentioning me in these messages. You know, Floyd was trying to be funny, you know. So I'm starting to think that he was trolling him about this deal because of his relationship with Al Heyman. And I think he knows that Floyd Mayweather with Al Heyman is kind of falling out, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's possible. I
So
will
I'm
say to
feeling
this
like,
day, I don't think I've ever really seen Tank live. You know what I mean? Or do something like that. It would be
right.
I generally see him just be quiet and really not say a lot. So it makes his words hold that much more weight because he hardly says anything. So when he does say something, you know, it holds weight. I'd be real disappointed if that was a troll.
Right. And again, like I said, I feel like he did that to get at Floyd. Rashid Muhammad said Blue don't like Tank. Oh boy. Boy. These gogglers are out of control, boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's nasty work, bro. Supposedly grown men. Supposedly grown men.
I don't have proof. He definitely lied about fighting Devin next. Well,
you said Blue don't like Tank. Now you say you just asking. That's not what you said. You just said Blue don't like Tank. What happened to y'all? That's what you said. Am I tripping, Clay, or didn't he just say this?
Yeah, he said what happened between y'all two.
Blue don't like Tank at all. What do you mean I don't like Tank at all? Are you listening to what I'm talking about? Be quick to listen and slow to speak. It's not hard to understand what I'm talking about. What I'm saying, Clay, does it say that I don't like Tank Davis?
No, we're talking about the business of the PBC and their ability to facilitate and make fights. And then we happen to be talking about Tank's deal, yeah. The money, the deal, and trying to find out the legitimacy behind it and see if how legitimate it is and what Tank was talking about when he said he had the deal. But I don't know if it's hate on Tank.
Right. How can I be hating on a man or not liking a man and I'm just talking about what he said? You trying to project my personal feelings on this man. What do my personal feelings about him have to do with anything?
He said, okay, brother, calm. You're not even going off, bro. You're just saying.
Right. I'm asking you, what do my personal feelings have to do with this? Nothing. He said that he was getting a deal. I'm asking, when is the deal coming? You don't like Tank. What are you talking about? You should be asking, when is the deal that he's talking about? He told you that you're going to find out, you're going to hear about this major deal that he's doing.
It's coming soon.
It's coming soon. You're going to hear about it. All I'm asking is when. And I'm not talking about Tank. I'm not going at Tank. I'm talking about the business not respecting Tank for what they say that he is.
Right. They put a battery in his back and told him that he was this, but he has nothing. He's been window shopping ever since that fight with Frank Martin, bro. And this goes all the way to the whole entire Shakur Stevenson situation. As far as once that fight, I'm gonna tell you, I've been having suspicions for a long time, but I'm gonna tell you specifically in this situation where I was really looking at it and taking my time to sit back and watching them unfold. Lomachenko backed away from the negotiation table. And I know everybody wants to say he was scared of the smoke, and we all have agreed that we're giving him the duck title. But at the same time, he went to the table and rather walked away from the table rather than fight Tank. I thought that was interesting and weird. Like what's happening? And then you hear rumors later talking about he didn't like the offer. They never sent Shakur Stevenson an offer. They reached out to him and they had interest in making the fight happen, but the offer never got sent. And why would Tank's team send the offer? Tank team doesn't send the offer. It's going to be Tom Brown or whoever represents, who does the matchmaking for Tank, that's going to send the offer. They never sent that offer. And then obviously with the biggest blow coming right now, being that they window shopped with Shakur, they window shopped with Edwin De Los Santos, they window shopped with Rayo Venezuela, but ultimately end up sending an offer to Lamont Roach to pull him up for 130. Lamont Roach agreed to it, but then now all of a sudden the venue can't get booked. And there's no undercard to what's posted on BoxRec. It just it points to the finances. It points to the ability to facilitate and make these fights happen. That's what it looks like. But it is what it is.
This dude, Mike Scott, said, I've never seen grown men so invested in another grown man's business. Now, Mike Scott, I'm going to ask you to clarify what you're saying. See, here's the thing. I just asked y'all to stand on business. Stand for something or you fall for anything. Stand for something or you'll fall for anything. So I'm asking you, Mike Scott, what are you referring to when you say that? Are you referring to me and Clay being in Tank Davis' business? Carl Johnson, what's up? Is that what you're referring to? Now, stand for something, man. That's the thing that annoys me. Y'all be talking in chat, and as soon as I highlight you, then all of a sudden everybody wants to disappear. Anthony Jordan, what's up? That's all I ask for is to stand for something. Since you said, now I don't want to jump to conclusions and you'd be like, no, well, that's not what. Travis Gibson, what's up? So I'm just asking you to stand for something. Since you said you never seen grown men invested in another grown man's business.
Salute, Travis.
Carter, what's up, family? And then they disappear.
Huh? It'd be like that.
Then they disappear.
It is what it is. What are you looking? Are you looking forward to any of these fights?
This weekend,
any these cards coming up this weekend?
Absolutely. I want to see how Boots make adjustments with this Cameron fight.
I'm telling people, man, listen, man. Yeah, I know it's gonna sound crazy. Well, let me not say it's gonna sound crazy before y'all think I say something stupid. Like I think
I'm gonna put the link in the chat too.
Right. What I'm gonna say is that, oh shit, Carl, is that Carl John? No, I'm thinking of another Carl. I think this fight is gonna be more. It has potential to be a competitive fight. I think we're gonna see. Yeah, I think Karen's gonna stand and fight. I think he's gonna move around, not just stand there and but I think he's gonna engage a lot more. It's gonna be interesting to see Boots adjust to who Karen is in this fight. And also interesting to see how a Karen, as an Eastern European boxer, stays responsible and fundamentally sound, but still understands that he needs to engage a lot more. Being that the last fight he was in with Boots, he lost it like 12 rounds of zip, right? So he can't come in possibly boxing the same way he did in that last fight and think that he's going to walk away to win. That's just not going to happen. He has to have a different game plan.
If he stand and fight, he get knocked out.
Well, he don't stand and fight, but I would say like more like Bivol and Artur Beterbiev. A little bit, like it looks like he's standing. More. Yeah, stand around more, but move. But still move.
Mm-hmm. Stanley Bailey, what's up? We got my brother Mahari Sports Podcast in the building. What's up, Mahari?
What's happening? What's happening, Boo? How's you doing, man?
I'm just a squirrel in your world, great brother. Hold on 1 second. Let me get the super chat off before we start cooking. DeJuan T, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco. Honestly, in super chat, I've noticed Tank's hardcore fans don't want to hold him accountable for anything, and they get upset when you highlight it and call hate. Yeah, that's exactly what they do. Because they don't use their common sense, great brother. I appreciate you, DeWante. That's all facts. They can't, because then it highlights them and their character flaws. Mm-hmm. And that just shows you how they carry themselves in their own real life. Yeah. See, holding him accountable means that they have to hold themselves accountable. And that just tells you they don't hold themselves accountable in real life. It's a mirror. That's all it is. But go ahead, Mahari.
I've been enjoying both listening to you, to Claymore Rain, and also your conversation about the whole Tank situation. And I think from my interpretation, and correct me if I get some things incorrectly, so feel free to correct me. But I tend to think that this whole situation is revolving around the fact that the fight against Lamont Roach is not drawing as people anticipated it to be, and they're using the venue excuse as a way to try to cover up cover up what's going on around here. Because as you guys addressed in yesterday's live stream, and then also in here tonight, and if the fight was signed, sealed, ready to go, the venue would have been secured already off the bat. But I think it highlights more about how the difficulties of the PBC, and how things that have been moving over the last couple of years have been kind of suspect. And I think it revolves around the fact that the function of the PBC is now in major question. I hope you guys get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think I definitely understand where you're coming from, and I think there's legitimate reason to believe that, because at the end of the day, ultimately, it does look like the whoever the investors are, whoever stands to put up the money and looking for that return on investment, it looks like they're trying to see where that's going to come from and how that's going to come about. And it just looks like when they're looking at the reaction of the space, it's hard for them to put their finger on the pulse of like what they should be expecting back from this fight. A. B, at the same exact time, there's it looks like there's a difficulty on building the undercard up for this fight. That's what I see, right? I see that the undercard for this fight, there's a difficulty in building it up. And you have to, I would assume, we got to speculate, obviously, because we're not privy to all the information, but I'd speculate that money has something to do with that the finances and the budget has something to do with their ability to give out these guarantees. And it's about guarantees. I've mentioned this before, but selling people on pay-per-view points at the end of a fight that people that the boxing space is saying they don't want to see, it's kind of hard to convince somebody to take a contract to take points on something that doesn't look like there's going to be points on. So there's a lot of guarantees on the table that people are waiting on, in my opinion, before they sign fights in contracts. As everybody says, Tank is obviously signed a contract already with Lamont Roach. I'm like, all right, I'm cool with that. Clearly, because I see that fight on the card on the box rec. But where are all the fights on the undercard? Where are they at? Who are they? You guys haven't announced them. They're not on box rec. They're not on boxing scene. There's no undercard to this fight. So there's clearly some financial. There's some issues with the allocation of money to put fights together, to get the matchmaking going. And I think that's going to show out in the next few weeks, that we're going to kind of see more evidence that's going to point in that direction, because the undercard has never been put together for this fight. It's been speculated on, but we've never seen the undercard for this fight.
I agree with you there. And I think that what also highlights the fact that right now PBC is on their last legs, from my view. And I think that they know that they have to show out at this point if they're going to have a new investor to try to invest into their product. Because if the investment is not there to continue the premier boxing champions, then what is the network going to feel about investing into their brand if the investment is not there? But that's another thing people are not looking at.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're right, man.
So, and the thing is that it's not about hating on the fighter, this and that, because what you have to understand is that we need balance in the boxing sector. We can't have another monopoly in boxing and then basically one entity controls everything. We want to have balance because it's good for the boxing sector, because we want to have the ability to have, competitive fights and avoid all the ducking issues. And I think that Turkey Alex Sheikh, in a sense, has helped with that, but we need more of that. We need more sectors that's going to hold the sanctioning bodies accountable, and also hold the fighters accountable, that you got to be able to fight in more competitive fights. So if you're a true fan of the sport, you don't want the PBC to go out of business. You want them to try to figure out, hey, let's hope that they can find out a new investor and figure out a better business plan for them to continue on making fights and making sure that all the fighters that they're on the PBC brand are basically comfortable in their deals.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I also think that the business model that the PBC had out in the beginning was a model that a lot of people push back on, as far as like, the Rick Glazers or the Bob Arams or Oscar De La Hoyas or any of the other entities that were out there as far as promoters and that were involved with paying fighters were basically saying that the pay structure and the business model was going to be unsustainable, right? That's what they said. I didn't know if they would be unsustainable or sustainable. You know what I mean? I wasn't in the business. I'm still not in the business per se, but it does look like if you've been kind of like feeding these fighters their biggest paychecks, and you know, ultimately the return on these cards haven't been coming back the way they're supposed to have, the way they were supposed to be coming back. And I say that because if you're looking at networks getting out of deals with the PBC, networks not renewing contracts and not getting, it's safe to say that they probably, you know, it's hard for me to believe that they're making a bunch of money and they're just deciding it's time to walk away, right? Like, we're making a bunch of money, but no, they're going to stay around as long as the money's there. And when the money starts to thin out, they're going to start losing interest in the product, right? They're going to start losing interest in the ability of that product to give them money return on money they're putting out, money out versus money in. So it looks like right now the fighters on the PBC are starting to get a reality check, and the PBC is trying to give them the reality check to say, listen, we can't throw out that money like we used to anymore, because we need to be concerned about this return on investment. We need to be concerned about these cards being good cards that people want to see, but at the same time also getting a return on that money so that we can afford to move forward with the next card and the next card after that, the next card after that, because Showtime, or in this case Amazon Prime, isn't giving them this huge budget up front saying, here's $1 billion, go ahead and make 40 real good cards and we'll get our money back at the end of 40 events. That's not the case anymore. Doesn't look like Amazon is giving them that same business model, if that makes any sense, right? They're not saying to them, here's this money, go make it happen. It seems like they're going event to event to event. You know, depending on the success of the last event gives you a good idea on what they're able to do for future events, and vice versa. The less successful this event is hurts or puts a certain perspective on their ability to facilitate the next big event. Now, talking the talk and getting the fan base, the boxing space, excited about these fights getting put together is one part of it, because maybe that's part of the sale to the investors, right? To say, look at the amount of attention we've been able to bring to this fight as we're rolling out potential fights on these cards. The fans are reacting in a certain way to a point to where maybe we can interest you in investing in this, and they're kind of like rolling the dice as they're moving forward, telling us what they plan on doing, but at the same time, on the other side of the conversation, still having an open line of communication with investors that are still questioning the legitimacy of their money going out and expecting the odds of how much money they expect coming back in. I know I'm probably saying a lot, but what I am saying, I guess, to keep it real simple, to say that there's a whole lot of maneuvering going around to get these cards together, and they're not put together in the beginning. It's like they're getting pieced together the whole way through until you finally get what you have. So now the Lamont Roach and the Gervonta Tank Davis fight, they got people to say, okay, well, Tank is a big enough star, so we think that's going to sell, so go ahead and put that on there. But then you see the undercard is not getting put together, right? Because it's like, okay, we need more money now to put Jamel back. We're going to be bringing him back from like a year and a half, damn near almost 2-year hiatus. We're trying to bring him back in, and we need to pay him a certain way, because in his last fight, he made X amount of dollars. Well, they're like, hold on, bro, we got to pay Tank to fight, and we're going to pay him to fight. How's this in the boxing space is saying they don't want to see this fight anymore? So what can we look forward to as far as a return on this is concerned? Well, trust us, it's going to be a huge return, because everybody's anticipating these guys fighting. And then you got guys like us, right, who are speaking on it regularly, and we're not giving a really good forecast on it. So that compounds it and makes it a little bit more difficult to convince the investors to send the money out.
Kenny Moore. Kenny Moore says this has absolutely nothing to do with investors. Kenny Moore, do me a favor, great brother. Click the link and come in, educate us, explain. This has absolutely nothing to do with investors. Cool. You said you've been doing this for 10 years. That's what you said, great brother. I'm not trying to debate you. I'm not calling you out. I just want you to explain. You said I've been involved with promotion for 10 years. I can give you 2 firm reasons why I could possibly be an issue with the venue. Cool. Could you do that? The link is in the chat for you, Kelly. I would love for you to come up, and explain and give us a breakdown. What issues can be wrong with the venue that we're missing? Educate us, please.
Yeah, and then tell how am I fucking up the money?
Right.
I ain't putting no money up for this.
Injustice too. What's up, family?
Yeah, what's up, Blue Blood? What's up, Claymore? Salute to y'all.
Salute, great brother.
King.
I just want to say, I think it's very obvious that the PBC is having issues with money when you look at a couple of things. The fighters leaving. Stephen Espinoza saying they're looking for a second network they wouldn't have to if they had a budget. And the fact that they went from 30 plus shows to 5, and weren't most of them Canelo, and one was No Limit. So I think it's obvious. That's just my piece.
Well, 2 was Canelo, 2 was No Limit.
Yeah. Right. So I think it's obvious that they don't have a budget right now.
Right.
But I respect y'all for going against the grain, because it could be easy to spin this shit and get super chat, but y'all keeping it real. So I respect that. And I'm gonna head off, but I just want to let y'all know that. Salute. Take care, y'all.
Salute to you, great brother. Appreciate you. Saint Holder Christian. What's up, family?
Yeah, so you all don't think that PBC have the money?
I don't think. I'm not saying PBC is broke. I'm saying that they don't have a budget.
I know, that's why I made.
Yeah, I'm saying that they don't. I don't believe that they have a budget. They didn't get a budget from Amazon like they had from Showtime.
Right. That's the right way to explain it, Blue. Exactly. To say they don't have money, nobody's counting the money inside of Al Heyman's pockets, or we're speaking about the ability to facilitate events. Okay, if we break it down and say that when they were with Showtime, is it reasonable to say that Showtime gave them a budget to put together these fights, that they've never really had to come out of their own pocket to make events happen? Is it safe to say that? Do you know one way or the other?
Yeah, I agree with you 1,000,000%. But here's my caveat to that. So you don't think, so saying what you're saying and believing what you say, you believe that the ticket sales, the sales and the pay-per-views, you think Tankinam, his team is giving an inaccurate number? Because if the numbers are what they say, it's not that hard to get an investor. If an investor see that they only want 2 things, right? Your cost and your profit, right? And if Tankinam is saying they're getting $200,000, $300,000 pay-per-views per event, then that cost will suffice anyone want to invest to get a good ROI on the funds that they contribute.
Okay, Saint Holder, I like that. Right, I like your approach to this. Right, so let's speak about that. Number one, we don't know what the pay-per-views are because the PBC has not been known to release pay-per-view numbers. We've always been assuming what the numbers are. Nobody really has any solid numbers on that. Right?
Right. That's why I was telling KO the same thing. Him and I had a beef, because not a beef, but we had a discussion, because I was telling him when him and Blue had that conversation. I told him, Blue bodied you. You didn't body Blue. Blue, and he kept spinning when Blue was saying specific things and saying, look, do you understand me? And Blue he almost wanted to say, well, he did say, rhetorically speaking, come on, KO, rhetorically speaking, you know that I know that you know what I'm saying is right, but then KO spend it. Mm-hmm. Right? And then when I went to KO, I said, well, KO, why are you so hell-bent on saying Blue is incorrect when you don't have no more evidence than Blue, but Blue is providing more common sense than what you're saying. Blue gave true common sense. He say 1 + 1 is 2, and KO say, well, if 1 + 1 is 2, then what's the square root of 2?
Right. And then it got complicated, right? He tried to get technical. Yeah. I think there's a lot of assumptions that we thought about, and I'll just keep it simple to say that I think there was a lot of assumptions about how successful and how profitable the Tank Davis business has been, that the PBC business has been. And I think that it's reasonable to argue that Showtime and other networks that have worked with the PBC might have a different idea of the experience that they had as far as profit is concerned, right? Because the looks is there, right? The building is packed. The lights are going crazy. The event looks off the chain. They're sold out. But then they're paying these absorbently high paydays to these fighters, right? And then you start to ask yourself, how many pay-per-views need to actually be sold before this becomes a profitable situation in comparison to how much money they're spending on making this happen? So you're hearing rumors come out saying, well, this event sold 200,000, 250,000, 300,000 pay-per-views. Then we start pulling out our calculators. We start taking $80 and multiplying it by 300. We start dealing with the gate. We start adding up numbers. And then we sitting at home going, oh, clearly this is profitable. But we never consider the fact that these numbers could be exaggerated, that they can be inflated, that they can be artificial.
Exactly. That's exactly what I stated, Clay.
Right. And so the networks who stand to make the money have a certain reality that they have to deal with that has nothing to do with our perception. Right. It has nothing to do with it. Right. Like we have a perception because we're taking the information on face value, right, for what people are telling us. But the networks have a inconvenient reality, right, that surpasses our perception. That's like, okay, that's adorable what you guys are saying, but the truth of the matter is ABC 1 2 3. It's math for us. It's money in, money out. When you have people like Canelo Alvarez going on the Breakfast Club and saying that he's retrieving 80% of all profits made inside of the building with the ticket sales, with all this, and then you're thinking about them being left with 20% of whatever building made that night. How much money is really being made? Exactly. How much? We don't know.
Exactly.
Right. And here's the thing, like the great brother said when we was debating, right? It gets fatiguing because it becomes silly, right? We're using common sense. Facts over feelings. Don't tell me about your feelings, tell me about the facts. What facts do you have? None.
You say that to KO plenty of times, Blow.
Right. So I'm asking, where's the proof that it's about, no, this is just how you feel? Well, I think, or maybe it could be, if we go based off of that, then what are we having the debate for? If you were saying, oh, it could be the venue could have raised the price. Well, where's the proof of the venue raising the price? Right. Well, I'm just saying that could be a problem. Okay, well, what other problem? Well, it could be that somebody made a mistake and told Tank the wrong information. So I asked, did they make a mistake and tell Tank the wrong information on 2 separate occasions? Because he first promoted the fight before we knew that it was going to be postponed in the issue. He promoted the fight happening at the Toyota Center.
Well, Blue, you saying something that was real clear to KO. The venue don't raise the price. The price is the price.
The price is the price. So here's the thing, right? So now he said, well, okay, so let's say somebody made a mistake and gave him bad information from the first time. Well, what happened when he promoted the fight the second time and he said nothing changed? He said, well, he never said he was fighting at the Toyota Center. Well, but then he assumed that he's fighting. You said, but everything is still the same. So you assume that he's fighting Lamont Roach. But did he actually say he was fighting Lamont Roach if we're going to use that method? If we're going to say, well,
you're right,
he's fighting in Houston. Okay, well, what venue? Because BoxRec still says Toyota Center. And he said nothing changed. So if nothing changed, and BoxRec still says Toyota Center, then it's safe to say it's the Toyota. Well, he never said it's going to be a... See, these types of things, you can't have a debate having that type of conversation.
Correct.
No, it's too emotional. It's too emotional.
It's nothing. There's nothing. We're just talking about hypotheticals. That's why I said now we're just having silly conversations about hypotheticals, because you understand the common sense of what I'm trying to explain to you. That's not hard to understand.
So we know, having common sense, us three, we know this fight at least not going to happen December 14th.
Right, but BoxRec still says December 14th. Salute to Rachel Richardson. Peace and blessings, Queen. It's just. And salute my brother Kenny Moore. What's going on, great brother?
Yo, what's happening?
Not much.
Okay, so all right, I've been in boxing promotion and music promotion for about 10 years now. Booked a lot of venues. I can tell you one of the things that's a strong possibility. So at every venue, they have their own ticket accounting. They're an account that they use because, like, for instance, Ticketmaster, if your venue holds so many people, they will pay you like big money. Like a venue that size, maybe a couple million a year to use them as your ticket master, as the account holder for the ticket master, because they charge so many fees per ticket. I know this for a fact. PBC does not use Ticketmaster. So if the Toyota Center is a Ticketmaster event, a Ticketmaster venue, and PBC wanted to use whatever they promote on at every the pre-shows, they don't use Ticketmaster. So they very well could have been bumping heads about who was going to have the who's going to provide the ticket service. That's a very strong possibility. And another thing, Tank possibly heard what Canelo was getting, and he decided he wanted to do like I want concessions and etc. And they didn't agree to that. But the Ticketmaster situation, that's a strong possibility because I know PBC they have a contract with someone other than Ticketmaster. And the venue, that's a very, very, very important thing for them to use their Ticketmaster account because they get a big kickback at the end of each year.
Now,
For sure.
I'm glad you said that, right, Kenny Moore? Those are valid points, right?
Yep.
But the problem with that is let's say that's the case, right?
Yep.
They have an issue. Then we know the Toyota Center ain't going to budge on that, right?
It depends on who it is.
No, I'm saying.
The only other big one is Live Nation.
But we saying specifically the Toyota Center.
Live Nation and AG, those are different companies. I know a lot about it. I just did Dave Hollister Elder Bar show at the Detroit Music Hall just this past Saturday. I'm very familiar with Live Nation and AG. They run everything at every major venue around here. But Ticketmaster is a different situation.
What I'm saying, so those are valid points, exactly, right? But what I'm saying is, if that's the case, the venue is not going to budge because they don't need you to come there.
Right. So that's probably what happened.
Right.
They didn't want to change that.
So this is the problem with that, with this situation. You know the venue is not going to budge. So why are you still trying to get them to budge for 3 months?
You know what, though? That's something that could have been overlooked and not paid attention to until the 9th hour, where everybody say, okay, look, everything is good. We can agree on everything except for these things. PBC has a contract with whoever they have a contract with, so they have to use that ticket outlet. And Toyota Center, maybe they have a contract with someone, maybe they don't. Maybe they want to take advantage of the fact that Tank is there, but they add a lot of fees onto your ticket price. So it's important for Ticketmaster to have that account.
Right. But now on the flip side of that, what I'm saying is the Toyota Center don't need you. You need them.
Sure.
They're not going to budge on their situation.
So guess what? That's where the problem could have been. Tank was firm on fighting at the Toyota Center, and PBC tried to make it happen.
And very well. But at that point, when you realize, because like you said, you've been doing this for 10 years.
Yep.
I booked a couple of venues over the past, let's say 3-4 years, right?
Yep.
Al Heyman has been doing this for over 30 years.
Yep.
Al Heyman has booked, like you said, you are very familiar, so you understand. So if I'm an artist and I'm dealing with Kenny is not going to hold me up because you've been doing this for 10 years. You know when they're going to budge and when they're not. Al Heyman's been doing this for over more than 30 years. He's been doing it with Michael Jackson, right? So why would he stay stuck in the mud trying to negotiate with him? He would have moved on.
You know what? He tried to do this several times with Errol, Spence, and Terrence Crawford, and he winded up folding. He didn't want to pay for that. He didn't want nothing to do with that because maybe for a couple reasons. Maybe he really didn't think Errol could beat Terrence, and he knew that was a bad investment, and that's why they wouldn't bend and fold so much for that. They winded up caving in after a while and took a big hit, because I don't think they made money off of that.
But that's the money part. The venue itself, we're talking solely the venue.
Yep. Tank was firm on wanting to fight there, though. If he wanted to, they tried to make it happen.
Right. But then they had to go to Tank and say, bro, it's not happening. We got to move on.
Good point. But you know what, Blue? Maybe those guys weren't so like, hell no, it's not going to happen. Maybe they were let's see how we can make this happen. You know what I mean? Maybe like you guys can use yours, and they could have been seesawing like that for a while and still going on.
But Kenny, if I'm the artist and you booking me a show, you gonna be doing this for 3 months with just the venue. Everything else agreed upon. We doing this dance with the venue for 3 months.
And you know what? It happens sometimes. Times go by. I mean, it happened. That probably wasn't an issue for a while. It might have came up late.
But check this out, Kenny. Would I be able? Now you said, like you said, you've been in this business, and I've been doing it too. Would you promote it happening that day at that arena?
See, that's the thing. I don't think PBC did. I think Tank did because Tank wants.
Well, it was on PBC website as well.
Okay, see, I didn't know that. See, some of those things, like with contract issues, you move forward until you can resolve them later. Like for instance, what you guys were just speaking on with the purses. I've done 10 at least. No, I did like 16 boxing shows. If you look this up, I got Alicia Baumgartner in the game, Dominique Doughton. They all started out on my shows, right here in Detroit. And a lot of times, you're not dealing with escrow accounts. You don't even have to pay. I've put in my contracts, your money will be released to you within 30 days if the amount was too high. And I wanted to make sure I recouped. So you don't have to have like the Canelo escrow money with 99% of those guys. So the funds, I highly doubt if that's a problem because you don't even have to have it. You got to have enough to get it started.
But this is what we got to remember though, Kenny. We dealing with Tank, and he's viewed on the same level as Canelo.
Yeah. Oh, now see with Tank, I mean, depending on how his contract is written up, he probably still don't have to have his money sitting in some type of escrow. He can give him the like we heard this for years. Floyd wasn't getting all his money up front.
Right.
He was owed money forever. Tank contract could be written the same way. So with that being said, they only got to come up with a few dollars up front to make sure he got that. And Al Hammons is the biggest hustler around. He know how to get it through sponsors, through multiple sources.
That's what I'm saying. But when it comes to the venue itself, they ain't gonna promote a venue and put a venue with an absolute date on it because we know, Kenny, the venue can sue us now. You false advertising my venue.
But you know what, brother? I do this all the time. I have a soft hold right now on a date at this venue called the Aretha Franklin. Holds 7,000 people this summer. I have a soft hold on a date. So if someone else calls up about that date and I say I still want it, I make them lose money. If I still want it, they're gonna tell me, hey, look, you have to give us this certain amount of deposit. If you don't, we moving off to the next buyer with that date. But you can put a soft hold on a date and start lightly advertising.
But Kenny, we know you ain't gonna do that with no major arena like the Toyota Center.
Yeah, because you can change it easily. You ain't putting tickets on sale.
They ain't gonna let you go out here promoting the Toyota Center for a specific date, December 14th, and we ain't even close to securing the venue, or we at odds.
Yeah, but what happens if you have everything set and then it get canceled? You either lose your deposit or you know what I mean. They just push you off the date.
But that's a different scenario. You got to get to that point.
So then maybe they put a deposit down. So if they put like the minimum deposit,
they never did. If you put a deposit down, Kenny, we both know this. If you put a deposit down, they secure the date. They're gonna hold the date for you. If
and the date's still being held though.
No, the date is available right now.
I know, but it could be a soft hold. That's what I'm saying. You don't like a soft hold. Just mean if you do go follow through. Well, like I said, if we get another buyer, we moving off on you. If you don't want it, now you got to start putting a major deposit down, or we moving off.
Yeah, but if you put but not at a major arena, they're not gonna do that.
Sure, they do.
You're not gonna put no soft hold on the Toyota Center. That's not.
I'm telling you, yeah, they do, man. They because they think they know stuff happens and it changes.
Right, but they will have they got a schedule stacked.
I feel you.
They got a stacked schedule with Usher, with Mark Anthony, with Nick Cannon wilding out, with the basketball, with the Houston Rockets. They ain't putting no soft hold, bro. You want the arena, or you don't.
Okay, but we don't know if maybe they went through with the full deposit and risking losing it. The full deposit sometimes ain't that big. It's not always something major crazy that you have to put down to secure that date. You might have to put down.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though, Kenny. Once you put a deposit down, you own the date.
Sure. And they've been advertising the date.
If me and you call the venue for that date,
Right.
they're gonna tell you, this is what they're gonna tell you, Kenny. We have a soft deposit for that date. Somebody else already has that date. If they change, we both know this, Kenny. If they decide to change their mind, then we'll give you that date.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
Right. If you call the venue and they say this is completely clear and you can have the date, you ain't putting no soft deposit. You ain't do nothing.
Well, I remember you getting information that it wasn't a boxing event happening, but I don't know if they said that it was available to be rented that day.
No, it was that's what they said. There's nothing here.
I know, but like if Tank is going to be the one or PBC to say it, that venue, they don't have no rights to say so. And I would lock that in my contract to where if your employee leak out the information before we do, we fine you. If I was PBC,
yeah,
so they have all the rights to announce it.
Yeah, but if you announce the date after, they have the right to be able to tell people it's secured. So what I mean by that is this: if I rent the venue, I could say, hey, like, okay, let's say me and Kenny doing a secret joint. We rent the venue. We're gonna do something December 14th. We tell the venue, hey, it's because people might speculate. Is where is it going to be? What's going to happen? If they call the venue, we have it in a contract. They cannot release this information, right? But when me and Kenny released press and put it out there that we're doing it December 14th, and we start promoting it on multiple platforms, they are in their right when people call now to say, yes, it's happening today.
And I feel you. Maybe by the time you call, they had already changed it. They already moved the date moved the deposit to a different date. That could have happened. They could have already.
Yeah, but no, they didn't, because remember, see, this the problem with that is that when I did that, Tank came out behind me and said that nothing changed. He's still fighting on that date in Houston. And today, right now, if we go to BoxRec right now, it says December 14th at the Toyota Center.
Right. But I think they were just working out the kinks. You know what I mean? Like I said, Tank's money don't have to be. More than likely, they'll never write a contract the way they did with Canelo, with almost any other fighter, where their money have to be in an escrow. They're going to pay Tank when they're going to pay him. They're going to pay everybody on that card when they're going to pay him. And it's going to be some fine print in that contract that's going to make them okay to do that. So if they make out well that night and kill it, all right, here, you got your check coming tomorrow. Your check will be released on Monday. But other than that, they can give you a check postponed.
But that goes back to what I was saying. That's a money issue. That's not a venue issue.
That's the game, though. People do that a lot. There was a DAZN card that happened here with Alicia Baumgartner a couple months ago. Nobody got paid for months.
Yeah, but that's on a lower level. You ain't doing
no. I get you, but I'm saying contracts are written the way they are.
Yeah. Oh no, I know for sure. But what I'm saying is,
that.
for when you fighting at the highest level, oh no, they're not playing those games.
Tank gonna get paid. The rest of those guys will get paid, but they contract can be written that they check will be cleared within 30 days.
Right, but what I'm saying is that if it was a venue issue, this would be. Ain't nobody saying this. Tank ain't never said it was a venue issue. The only person that said that was Dan Raphael.
And you know what? I was just making a point based off of that. It possibly could be with something along those lines. But those Ticketmaster outlets, they are very firm. And one thing else I want to point out, like what Amazon Prime does is nothing but distribution. They like, more than likely they distribute. Al get the money racked up enough to where he can, you know what I mean, have some of that there.
And that goes back to what I said initially. Then if they did just a distribution deal, then why would they give Tank Davis 7-fight deal for $200+ million?
Because they want to have all full rights on the day and everything of past that footage.
But we know this from being in the business, right? In any type of entertainment business, we want a return on our investment. So that means I'm gonna if I put that stock into you, I'm gonna promote. You ain't got to worry about venues. because I'm gonna make sure I pay for it. Because I'm gonna pay for this promotion. Showtime paid for the promotion. That because they're gonna go out to make sure that they can get a return on. They don't want this to look jinky. They don't want it to be problems. They want to be able to put you in the best position possible to get a return on your investment.
Yeah, I feel you. I think Showtime had multiple hands into they were giving contracts for boxing and they was distributing it on their network. I don't know what the case is with Amazon Prime at all, but I know as a promoter, I've put on an event that totaled out to being $100,000 and didn't start out with nothing but every deposit that was necessary to get it started. We had the money to make sure everything was taken care of, but to get the event to jump off, nothing but deposits. And then once I put deposits down for everything, then I can go ahead and announce it and start selling it. And if I take a loss at the end, I'll make it back.
Key thing about that, when you put the deposit down, you own the date, right?
Yeah, but it's movable.
Yeah, it's only movable. It is movable in case, but you own the date.
Sure. They could have been moved off of it.
You secured that venue. Ain't nobody using that date.
Yeah, but it's movable sometimes.
That deposit is security just in case you move off the date and they lose money on the date and couldn't give it to somebody else.
And most venues will say if you gonna move it, it has to be before 30 days. 30 days, you lose your deposit because you don't know what's gonna happen. Sometimes
that's what I'm saying.
Big event might come in that same weekend.
For the Toyota Center, they're not playing those games because they don't need you. So either you want to fight here or you don't. They don't need you. I got Mark Anthony. I got Mariah Carey. I got Usher. I got Sexy Red. I got Nick Cannon. I got the NBA. Why do I need your money? You need me. Take our price or you don't.
Well, you know why they need us? Because they want the fans to look at that venue and say what else is coming there. Little Caesars Arena, they do a lot of stuff outside of the Pistons because they would
love you. They would love you to come there, but they're not going to budge.
Yeah. I don't think it was, but if it's something big enough, they'll work a deal out with you. Hey, look.
But you gotta mean something to them.
Sure, I agree to that. But like I said, those guys could have already moved.
In the case of the sport of boxing, you don't move the needle for us.
I mean, it depends on how much in the future they think how big this guy gonna be.
Yeah, but a Tank versus Lamont Roach, that ain't Floyd Mayweather. You ain't moving the needle enough for us to want to give you incentives and give you leeway and give that don't move the needle for us.
I agree to that. One more quick thing. I'll let you guys get back to business. I want to ask you this, Blue. What, in your opinion, being that like what's the guy, Jerron Ennis, Gervonta is about 3 years apart, and when they both turned professional, I think one was 2000. I don't know. I think they're about 3 years apart when they turned pro. Got about the same amount of fights, close to the same age. Because do you put more pressure on Tank because he got a bigger audience? Because you look at
because the reason I put more heavy is the head that bears the crown in any walk of life, right? In regular relationships, I'm a married man with children, right? Guess who gets if something goes wrong in my household, I'm gonna get the blame.
Yeah, but Tank never said I am the shit.
Yeah, he did. He actually said I'm bigger than Canelo Alvarez.
Well, I mean, Crawford did too, and it's based off of title shots.
And Crawford gets held accountable. When Crawford don't do big numbers, people hold him accountable.
No, right, but okay, so it's just that. That's your biggest difference in between those.
The difference is they are actually seeking out the best fighters. He's not.
Yeah, but Jerron Ennis not either. He just messed up that deal with
But Jerron Ennis, nobody claims Jerron Ennis to be. He never even headlined a pay-per-view card.
Yeah, but a lot of people think he was next, and he got 40 fights.
His talent is the goods, but he's never held a pay-per-view card.
I got it.
So again, heavy is the head that bears the crown. If you claim Jerron Ennis never claimed to be a cash cow. He never claimed to be the face of boxing. Nobody has ever claimed him to be that.
I think Floyd put that on Tank, and Tank rolled with it.
I mean, Floyd co-signed it. Tank ran with it, and now today's time, Tank tells you he's the face of boxing. So if you're gonna assume that position, and again, like I said, I'm a married man with children. If I assume that position, I'm the head of this household, and I stomp my feet. My wife and my children are going to expect me to conduct myself like the head of the household.
I feel you. Floyd Schofield think he's the best. They run around saying it too.
But we know he can say what he want, but he ain't never fought on pay-per-view. He never headlined a pay-per-view card. Nobody's viewed him as such. So he could say what a lot of fighters could say what they want.
So my point is, Tank is supposed to do that, no matter what, though, too, as well. It just seemed like one guy with the same amount of fights is viewed in a whole different light than
because he's on the bigger stage.
No, he's not. They on the same stage.
No, how could they be on the same stage? Tank again. Jaron Ennis has never had. Jaron Ennis was the third fighter of the co-main event on Tank card. How they viewed in the same light?
Well, Tank really just started pay-per-view. Really?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He fought on multiple. Jaron Ennis again has never headlined a pay-per-view card ever.
Well, I feel you. I just wanted to get your opinion on that. I feel you though. Yeah. I mean,
we view Jaron Ennis for his talent. He's talented.
Right.
Nobody says he's the face of boxing. Nobody says he's a cash cow.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
And even that, people still get on Jaron Ennis for fighting the opponents that he's fighting. The difference is Jaron Ennis is actually trying to fight these guys, and Tank is not.
He had an opportunity with Brian Norman, and he could have pushed that needle if he
wanted to. I believe they dropped the ball. 1,000%.
I believe he didn't want that.
No, I think he wanted it, but I think
he wanted it.
He wanted it. He listened to his team, and they dropped the ball.
Yeah. I mean, it's I can't say either way.
And like I said, he should have. I said this. He should have took a sacrifice out his check to sacrifice to get those belts to fight Brian Norman for that belt. I said that.
That's what I'm saying. It's for a belt. It's for everything. I mean, you would think if he wanted it, the team would have wanted it too.
But I held him accountable just like I hold Tank accountable. But Tank is on a different level.
Because the people said so.
No, because the numbers say so.
All right. But, I mean, the numbers say so. Canelo, man, that dude wanted to fight that African guy forever. They ain't letting him do that. They allow Canelo to do what they feel like is going to make, what's going to definitely make. And you know what it's going to make with Canelo? Because whether you Hispanic, he's fighting another Hispanic or not, the whole Hispanic community more than likely going to chip in from Puerto Rico. Even if that guy ain't from Puerto Rico, Argentina's going to watch, Americans going to watch, the UK going to watch.
Yeah, but the difference. I mean? Let me tell you the difference between Canelo and Tank. Just like you just said, Tank is 3 years older than Boots. Canelo's only 3 years older than Tank.
Right.
But you see the level of competition Canelo's fought compared to Tank Davis, it's not even close. He has fought the best fighter, at least one of the best fighters in his division, every division he's been in.
Yeah, I agree.
Tank has never fought somebody in the top 15 pound for pound.
Leo was, right? Santa Cruz? No?
Leo Santa Cruz had already lost, came up in weight, and he was not that.
But he was still in the top 15, just like Ryan Garcia is in the top 15.
Right. Whether however you want to view it.
So Canelo at 154, he fought Erislan De Lara, Austin Trout, and Miguel Cotto. Outside of himself, those were the top fighters in his division.
But Ryan Garcia was in the top 5.
But Blue, look, you got to compare his resume.
Ryan Garcia was not in the top 5 of anybody's pound for pound list. No, he wasn't.
But look who you got to compare Tank resume
to. Please stop. He's not his. Please stop. Please stop. His record, his resume is nowhere near close to no Canelo Alvarez. Please.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all.
Right. It's not even in the conversation. It's not even it's not even in a ballpark.
I know. I agree with you on that.
How many other people got better resumes than him though, Blue?
can name you 5 people right off the top of my head that have better resumes. Easy.
Then Ryan Garcia?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Davis?
No. Hey. Yeah, go ahead.
Canelo Alvarez, Errol Lara, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. I'm naming them, bro. You listening?
Hey, bro, you bugging.
Brother, please
stop. You my man.
Stop.
Okay, all right.
Yo, you telling me those names weren't legitimate?
Errol Lara has a better resume than Tank Davis, bro. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying.
What are you saying?
I said, look who you got. Bro, I'm not yelling. Why you yelling? If you gonna ask them, can I say something?
Because this is silly. It's not
What's
even
silly about it? You sound like a madman, son.
Let me, bro, stop. Because you can only have these types of silly conversations in boxing. That's ridiculous.
Bro,
that's like saying that's like saying the Atlanta Hawks win the NBA championship. Now you're gonna compare them to the Boston Celtics. It sounds ridiculous.
But you the only one come with those theories. So how you gonna say that just like saying you said it? We didn't say that.
Stop.
Stop what? You come up with what is this happening?
How is a fact a theory, brother?
Right.
How is a fact a theory?
Right.
Let me ask you a question. You keep talking.
Blue.
You keep talking. Now let me ask you a question. Who did Tank Davis fight that's better than Canelo Alvarez? Go ahead, tell me.
I just said, Blue, look how far you have to go up to compare Tank. So it's not us calling him to face the boxing. You doing it right there. Listen, how you going? I can't say nothing else.
You just said who has a better resume than Tank Davis. You said name people. I just rattled off an easy 5 people. Easy. I didn't even have to think about it.
But that's your opinion, Blue. That's your opinion.
Nah, Laura has a better resume. He fought more people.
Yeah, bro. Bro. What do we talk? What makes the better resume?
He might have not beat him, but he fought him.
Look, all I'm saying is that Tank is where he at because of not just Blue, you can't even put yourself to the side because of you two. You look at Tank like he's that dog. We all do. We look at Tank as he's that top dude under Canelo. We all do. So
that's based on money, bro. That's pay-per-view sales. That's popularity. That's not accurate.
It's what we do.
It's also potential.
We acknowledge it.
But he has to prove it first.
Hey, Blue.
Yeah.
Keep it real. Are we acknowledging? Is every last one of us acknowledging the fact that we see that Tank is 5'5", short guy? We see him fighting these big. Even if we want to see it, I'm just saying.
Bro, Marco.
Hey, bro, I'm just saying. We see it, so that's what we entertained by too.
I'm checking out, bro. Marco, Clay, y'all can.
Come on, bro.
Call for a second, right? I want to understand. Wait, Carl, listen. Carl. Well, hold on, Carl. Let me ask a question real quick. I want to know what measuring stick are you using, right? Like, how are you measuring?
It's not like I'm talking like.
Wait, Carl, hold on. You brought up resume. You didn't bring up popularity, pay-per-view sales. You didn't bring up those things, right? You brought up resume. You said name 5 people who got a better resume than Tank Davis. Tank Davis's resume is not all that, right?
I did. Hey, Clay.
That's what Blue was talking about with the resume. Blue, was that what you were answering?
See, but Clay, I didn't bring up that. I butted. Blue, I butted in when Blue Ball was talking. Wait. Hey, Blue, can I say what I said? Blue?
Stop.
You don't have to say what I said.
You said who has a better resume than Tank? You said who has a
better resume than Tank? No, I didn't, Blue.
Oh, I'm gonna find out right now. I'm back up right now.
That's what I heard.
This is what I said.
But I'm gonna find out right now.
This is ridiculous.
Blue, look, I butted in your conversation. You was talking about. No, wait, listen, damn, Blue, can I say it? I butted in your conversation.
That's what you asked me.
Hey, Blue, I bet you $500. I did not bring up the resume. I'm trying to tell you what I said. Hey, Blue, let me say.
I'm asking you.
Blue, can I say it?
How much you want to bet?
Wait, Blue, let me say it. Damn.
I'm asking you. How much do you want to bet? That's what you asked me.
Blue, I asked you about a resume?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or did I say this? Blue, look. Or did I say these words right here? I bust out. Look, you was talking. No, Blue, look, you was talking. I bust in and I said, but look how far, look who you had to go to about the resume. Because you was on Canelo. And I was like, and that's my point I was getting to was like, that's why we looking at Tank the way he is, because you had to go to Canelo resume. That's exactly how I butted in on your conversation. Real talk, man. You have to understand a whole bunch of nothing. I come on here.
Me and Kenny was talking, and Kenny asked me.
No, Blue said I could name 5. Blue said I could name 5 people that got a better resume. I said, go ahead. That's what I said. Go ahead.
Me and Kenny was talking, and we was doing the comparisons, right? I was telling Kenny, heavy is the head that bears the crown, right? So we going through this. You said, who has a better resume than Tank Davis? How much you want to bet? How much you want?
Listen, yo, calm down. Listen. Carl.
Wait. Before you say something,
Hold on, Carl. Listen. Wait, listen. I just played it back. You literally said, name 5 fighters who have a better resume. You literally, I'm listening to it right now.
I just said that. I remember saying.
Hey, Clay, you gonna lie?
I'm lying.
Wait.
I'm
so Blue didn't just bust out.
Wait, just play the audio, please.
I'm trying to figure out.
Play the audio. Play the audio.
I don't know what to do, but I don't know what you want me. I'm gonna play it.
The audio.
All right, I'm gonna try to
play the audio. I know for sure.
Hold on.
Let me figure out how to do this real quick. Hold on, bear with me. Hold on, don't say nothing. Hold on, let me see if I can put my mic to it.
I heard that too, clear as day.
That's exactly what he said. He jumped in. I'm talking to Kenny. You jumped in and you said,
"Watch this. Look, watch, and play it when I first. Because my first words was about look how far you gotta go to. Look, Bruce said I can name 5 people off my head. Bruce said I can name 5 people that got a better resume than Tank. I said go ahead and name them. That's what I said. Now go ahead and play the audio and watch, and then we're gonna get off that topic because that's corny. Because I know I didn't say that.
Right. You want to put
play. Before you play
it, Clay. You want to put $100?
Blue, just play.
No, you want to put $100?
So I don't know if you want to do that.
Play it, Clay, please. It's just.
You want to put $100? Do we got this deal?
Hold up! Don't say nothing. Wait, you know when we play?
We got $100? Not yet, Clay. Do we got $100? Call.
Huh?
What you mean? Yeah, nah. Don't talk about is the fish ready? Nah, stop trying to talk about is the fish ready? Nah. Do we got?
Stop talking to my wife, man. Yeah,
Don't ask the wife.
Hey, Blue, Hey, Blue. Everything got to be no. Look. I'm just standing on my word. Look, that's it. Look, come on. Like, everything got to be no Batman Charles. Stop trying to hustle me.
Listen,
stop trying to hustle me, man. I still got Christmas coming up, too. Stop trying to get in my pocket, bro.
Hey, listen.
Stop trying to get in my pocket.
Look.
Play that, Clay. Hey, look. I'm saying, look. Go ahead, Clay.
Hey, that's why you don't want to say it, because the wife's going to be like, bro, what?
I'm going to try to see if this works. Some of you guys hear this. I'm going to try to put the volume up. Some of you hear this.
Now go ahead. Just play it, and we're going to hear it.
All right, let me see.
Watch this. Hey, Blue, you about to feel real crazy. Oh, something wrong with your audio now. Hey, Blue.
You can't hear it, Clay.
Blue, no.
Hold on, I'm gonna do it. No, we're not gonna do that. I know exactly how to handle this right now.
No, we heard it. But it was like too far away.
I'm okay with that. No, it's all good. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna get it right now. No big deal. Right now. Hold up.
I know. And Clay, and don't play it. Don't play it.
Nah, hold on a second. All right, bro. You try to play with me now.
Hey,
now I gotta do it.
Too, because don't get Clay to play it from the part when I say, well, name the 5 fighters then. Because you straight up said, He said I can name 5 fighters off my hands that got a better resume than Tank right now. I said name them.
I never said that.
Okay.
I never said that. Kenny was
Matter of fact, Heavenly, go get your tablet. Go get your tablet.
Yeah, do that.
I got it. Go get your tablet. I'm gonna use my daughter's tablet. I'm gonna show you right now because Clay acting like he ain't got another device to play it.
No, I do. I'm getting it on my phone. Trust me, it's about to come. Enjoy this. Enjoy whatever this is. Enjoy it for however long it lasts.
Kenny was simply asking me, do I
coming up?
No, I ain't linking off of this. I ain't got no what's called. Let me see your tablet.
Kenny was asking me, do I hold Tank in the same regards? Do I hold him accountable or more accountable than anybody else? So we was discussing it, and I was explaining why. And I said that Tank fight. I said Canelo has fought the best fighters in his division. Tank is not. And you said, who got a better resume though? Look now hey baby, is the salmon ready? Hey baby, is the salmon ready? Nah. And is that snapper ready, baby?
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Oh,
you got it? Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah, here it comes.
Wait a minute.
Say nothing.
Look who you gotta compare Tank resume to.
Please stop. Please stop. His record, his resume is nowhere near close to no Canelo Alvarez.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all.
Right. It's not even in the conversation. It's not even in a ballpark.
I know. I agree with you on that.
How many other people got better resumes than him though, Blue?
I can name you 5 people right off the top of my head that have better resumes. Easy.
What I say, Blue? What I say, Blue?
Am I going crazy here?
So,
you literally.
Yeah.
You said how many people got better resumes than him?
No. That's good.
Wait,
hey, Blue,
rewind it. Hold on, my bad. Let me rewind it. Let me just rewind it. Hold on. Let's not make this a big deal.
Look, I said that's the first thing I said I came in with. I said, I came in and said, look who you got to go to.
Wait, Carl, hold on. Let's hear it again.
Listen
One more time. Ready, Carl?
Go ahead.
I know. I agree with you on that.
How many other people got better resumes than him though, Blue?
I can name you 5 people right off the top of my head that have better resumes. Easy.
See, I asked the question. I said, how many people got a better resume than him? Blue said, I can name you 5 people. That's what I said. That's what I said, Blue said.
So you asked who got a better resume.
You asked me who got a better resume.
And look, my key thing, I came in, keep it real, y'all. My key thing, I jumped in the conversation because I said, Blue, look how far, look who you got to go to about Tank. And I said, because I ended off with, look, that's why we putting Tank up there at the face of boxing because of, like, we got to compare him to Canelo and stuff. You know, that's what, hey, Blue, you lost that one. See, I ain't want to take your money.
But you didn't.
I ain't want to take your money.
Yeah, you from New York because he'll
sell
water, right?
You're not listening.
Sell water so well. Look how he flipped it. See, Blue, I got you. Literally, let me get you to answer this. Carl, did you or did you not ask Blue Blood Sports TV who got a better resume than Tank? Did you say that?
Yeah, because look, he was already digging in Canelo.
Yes, right. You said that, right?
Look, you can't stop me like this because you said
one part at a time. You said that, right?
No, look,
I just want to be clear. We heard that, right? We heard you say that, right?
Because he was digging in Canelo Alvarez's resume, and I said, "Who?" My key thing was, I said, "Y'all got to go to big names."
Carl, my point is, why did Blue say he can name 5?
What'd you say?
Why? My point is, why did Blue say he could name 5 people that had better resumes? Why did he say that? Was it not a response to you asking him how many fighters have a better resume than Tank that he can name? Was that not what he was responding to?
remind you, I jumped in while Blue Blood was digging in.
So Blue Blood didn't bring up. Blue Blood did not bring up the resume. You brought it up. He answered you and said, "I can name 5," and then you said, "Go ahead, name the 5." Right?
No, he was up. No, Blue Blood was up. No, Blue Blood was already digging in comparing Canelo our resume to Tank already. He was already in the middle of that. I jumped in and said, look who you gotta go to. I said, look who you gotta go to. I said, how many people can you say got a better resume than? Blue said, I could name you 5.
Everybody heard it. Everybody heard it, so everybody can have their interpretation. At least we all heard it again. So it is
right.
Listen, you're not
yeah. But
wait, Carl.
I get it. Blue, you don't like the Blue, man.
Just listen, bro. Kenny was asking me about the comparisons. I said that I hold Tank in a higher regards than everybody else outside of Canelo out. What are you shaking your head no for?
Hey, Blue, I'm about to tell you why.
You're not listening. That's why.
That was your topic.
Kenny was asking me, do I hold him more accountable than everybody else? And I'm saying yes. I hold him more accountable because of his status. He's bigger than everybody else. And Kenny said, based off of what? I said, based off of the numbers and the money. He generates more numbers. He makes more money. He's a bigger draw. So I said, heavy is the head that bears the crown. The same way I said, this is what I was saying. You got to listen to what I was saying. I said,
I got you, bud.
The same way I hold Canelo accountable. The difference between him and Canelo, this is what I was telling Kenny. The difference between him and Canelo is that Canelo is trying to fought the best fighters in each of the divisions he's fought in, and Tank has not. And then you said, who got a better resume than Tank Davis?
No, I said Blue. The first thing I said, look who you got to go to. I said, look who you got to go to. Like when you got to compare to Tank. I said and my ending was always was the bottom of the way I started. Like that's why I came out and said. That's why I ended it all by saying.
My point exactly. That's why I was telling Kenny. That's
making your point, though, Blue.
Different. I hold him in a higher regard than everybody else because of his status.
Hey, but real quick, of the guys I would consider Tank's generation. I'm looking at it too, but I think Terrence Crawford, Tank's generation is separate. Of the guys that came up with Tank, Tank, Frank Martin, Ryan Garcia, Hector Garcia, Rolly, Isaac Cruz, Mario Barrio, Santa Cruz, and I would say Pedraza. Out of the newer guys, he definitely doing better than all of those guys. The Teofimos, not Devin. Devin Haney is ahead of that curve. I think he got a better resume than, but for the most part, Tank has fought better people than Shakur's. He done fought better people than Teofimo. All of those. Even probably, I don't know about Loma Chico. I can't remember right off the top. But of his generation, he's kind of sort of up there. I think just like you would separate Crawford and Jaron Ennis, I think Jaron Ennis and Javante is in the same wave. So of that wave, Tank he's up there with those names I just named. But Devin probably resume wise will probably be a little bit ahead.
But I ain't even going front. I don't even see how I ain't going front. I know Devin was undisputed, but I don't see how Devin resume is better than.
I feel you.
I ain't going front. Like, because when I think about Devin resume, I felt like it kicked off. Like I gotta give him the going over there and beating Cambosa. I got it. Like anybody that love boxing would be a fool to not give him like that type of credit for even no matter how much we looked at Cambosa, we knew Cambosa wasn't none. We knew Cambosa was cashing out. But at the end of the day, he did go into Cambosa's backyard, not once, but twice. So that do added something. So I gotta give him that, Loma, and Region.
But this wave of fighters, Tank definitely got a better resume than most of them. for sure. Of this wave, the wave after Terrence Crawford, with those 10 names I just put out there.
No,
So,
he don't have a better resume than
Before
Teofimo.
everybody was saying Ricky was the
He
bad.
don't have a
Listen
better
up.
resume than Teofimo Lopez. He don't have a
Think
better
so?
resume than Devin Haney. He don't have a better resume than
Man.
not even Shakur Stevenson.
Really? Shakur?
That's what I want to know. What you guys are using as a measuring stick? Like, I'm really concerned. I want to know because I know exactly where Blue's coming from, but I'm wondering if we're on the same page. Are we talking about? Are we talking about accolades like belts? Are we talking about multi-division champions? Are we talking about? Are we talking about like fighting for championships and things of that nature? Are we talking about popularity? Are we talking about who you think is a harder fight? Like you think he fought fighters that are like what are we talking about?
Always got to come.
T.O. fought the best competition.
It always got to come.
Who did T.O. fight?
T.O. got the two biggest wins out of all of them. He beat Loma in the unification, and he beat
to me, I feel like it always got to come down to.
T.O. beat Josh Taylor, who was the undisputed champion.
Everybody got a belt now.
Lomachenko, who was the unified champion, and he knocked out Richard.
Like Roach became champion.
He beat tough fighters. Like now, we can speculate if you thought he won or lost, but Jermaine Ortiz, Sandor Martin, those are tough fights. Right. T.O. got the best resume, in my opinion. Then Devin Haney, right? Devin Haney beat the man who beat the man who George Kambosos, and he went to Australia twice.
Even that last guy that he had.
He beat Lomachenko and he beat Regis Prograis. Now, in the case of Shakur, I guess you can debate that. Shakur did beat Oscar Valdez. He beat Jamel Herring. He did beat Edwin De Los Santos, right? So, we can speculate and say, maybe Shakur's, because Pedraza, Ryan Garcia, I like that. As far as Lomachenko has, if we really want to be technical, Lomachenko actually has the best resume from top to bottom. But he's not. He's in the Terrence Crawford class as far as
right. So that's why I say it's kind of hard with what Tank has done to not put him in that spot. Well, I mean, because he do got at least 8 solid names.
The problem with Tank is that he can have all the names on his resume and he don't. And the reason being is because he's choosing not to have them on his resume.
Yeah, but we all know that was Floyd and Leonard controlling things.
Yeah,
now.
But he ain't been with Floyd for 2 years. He still ain't fighting
Leonard. Leonard the same person.
Blue, that's that big status though. That
he's been apart from Floyd all this time for 2 years.
But Leonard is the same person. That's who
The way Tank moving.
Leonard Ellaby is not a promoter though.
No. He's going to advise Tank on what he should and shouldn't do.
Right.
And I don't
the
know
way Tank moving.
But at 30 years old, 30 years old, who fault is that? Just think about this. Canelo, by the time he was 30,
you don't get credit for his fight.
No, if we go to the age of Canelo by 30 years old, and all the fighters Canelo fought, it's not even close.
But Blue, that nigga fought a lot of nobody proved that.
He's 5 years younger. Look at the fighters.
Before Floyd, though. Before Canelo fought Floyd, like none of us don't know none of them guys. Like
you don't know who.
Like we don't know nobody.
You didn't know who Austin Trout was?
I mean, yeah. Okay. All right, Blue. We're gonna dig in 60 something fights, and let's just start from there. Dig in 60. Like at that time, we had like 40 fights.
You don't have to dig into 60 something fights, okay? Because
Austin, at that time,
you know the sport of boxing. Austin Trout was the second best fighter in his division, not named himself.
I know, but I'm talking about Blue. Can you really say that? I'm talking about like when did the Canelo sweet state really started kicking off? Like I ain't gonna front that Austin Trout fight that was dope. That
Austin Trout he fought Shane Mosley was way past his
prime.
That's after Floyd. I'm talking about before Floyd. He unified the belts against Austin Trout.
Okay, I thought you were saying everybody. My bad.
Look at the stretch. Let me show you a stretch of fighters that Canelo fought. And Tank has never come close to that, right? He fought,
and I do that. I give you that.
He fought Austin Trout, then he fought Floyd Mayweather, then he fought Erislandy Lara. right?
You talking before that, before Floyd, bro. I was saying like before Floyd, like that resume.
Before Floyd, he fought Austin Trout. Was this not named himself? It was
You
the
heard
best
me?
fighter in his division.
I know. But I'm talking about out of all those fights. You get what I'm talking about? That's all I'm saying. Like before he fought Trout. Now let's just say before he fought Trout. Like
let's go division to division. He's a 4-division champion at 154.
I know.
He fought at
and you're right. I ain't taking out from Canelo. I think Canelo did.
At 154, he fought Austin Trout, Erislandy Lara, James Kirkin, Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto. No, Cotto was at 60. So he fought Austin Trout, Floyd Mayweather, Erislandy Lara. Those are the best fighters in his division.
Right. I'm not saying
at 160. At 160, he fought Daniel Jacobs. He fought Triple G twice. Right? Triple G was the best fighter at 160.
Right.
Danny Jacobs was the third best fighter at 160. Outside himself. So he can't fight himself. So he fought the 1 and 2, the number 1 fighter and the number 2 fighter in his division at 160 and at 154. At 168, he fought the best fighters outside of the absolute best fighter in his division, which was Benavidez. At 175, he fought Bivol and Sergey Kovalev. Those are the top 2 of the top 3 guys at 175, at least top 4.
Yeah, but he didn't really start doing that until after 40 fights.
Yeah, but he fought Austin Trout.
Like 45
Austin Trout was the best fighter in his division, and he unified the belt against him at 22 and a half years of age.
But who do you know he fought? I'm talking about under Austin Trout. What guys can you name?
Right, he was about 40 fights in.
He fought
under Austin Trout.
He fought Shane. He fought regular tough fights, but he was 22 years old, bro.
Right, he started out early.
The same age as Floyd Schofield.
Yeah, he started out early, but
he started off strong. He started off strong.
Right. So right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So you can't compare him to Tank. There's no comparison.
Yeah, like I said. Remember earlier?
Yeah,
remember earlier you said it was like level.
Like this is impossible. You cannot compare Tank and
right. Like you look at the division.
I don't even think nobody. I don't even think nobody doing that. I think that the fact that you can have them all in the same conversation, though.
Canelo gets a lot of heat for not fighting one guy. Think about it. Let me ask you. You got to think about this. If he fought David Benavidez, win, lose, or draw, is there a demand for him to fight anybody else?
Nobody else. Absolutely nobody else.
Right.
Nobody else.
And tell the truth, like I don't usually do this, but I've been saying this, like to be for real. That footwork that he put in, he don't even need to fight on video. He need a fighter for us. Because we want it. But for real, that footwork that he put in.
If Canelo would just let go of the belt, nobody would say nothing else. If you just let go of the belts, it'd be over with.
Right.
And he needs to fight.
Right, that's what I said for us.
He needs to fight Benavidez because he came in his division.
Right.
And swooped up a belt and then didn't give this man an opportunity. And he's clearly ducking that man.
Yeah. Like that man.
You know what I really think?
Technicalities.
You know what I think?
He's fighting.
You know what I think? You know what I think? I get that. But you know what? Canelo know that it's almost time for it. Canelo about to be out and trying to keep all his faculties too. I think Canelo is going to fight David Benavidez and he's going to make that his last showdown. I just think that, and he know David Benavidez is real young. He's young enough to stick around. Win, lose, or draw from David. He's going to fight David Benavidez before his career is up. I believe so. I could be 100% wrong, but I believe so. Me seeing the way he be fighting, dude.
Let's say he does. The point is he's fought everybody. The only issue we have with him is the Benavidez fight.
That's it.
You know what though?
Right.
Buddy's original point was you had to go reach that high to say that's who's shitting on Tank. I do agree,
right?
Because there's not a lot of people who's completely shitting on Tank's resume that's after you know, within his
generation. That's not. But that's again. That's not.
I mean,
true.
within his generation, within his time frame.
I just named you 3 guys.
That okay, but that's
and they're all younger than him.
I know, but that's all like personal preference. They ain't
that's
really
not personal preference.
But
Tio, that's not personal.
Don't have that good of a resume like that,
bro.
But look what they got from.
Hold on. In the sport of boxing, this is the only sport we can use this nonsense in. It's the only sport that we trying to say, well, listen, personal. No, there's nobody better than Lomachenko on his resume. Nowhere close.
We all do.
Yeah,
I think it's hard. It's hard to top that Barrios. To be for real, say what y'all want. It's hard to top that Barrios. And Barrios making Tank on resume.
Who did Barrios beat?
He just beat Dennis Ugas too.
Bro, he beat Ugas, who was already washed up and got beat up and stopped by Errol Spence. He took punishment against Manny Pacquiao. What are you talking about? Your Dennis Ugas is old and he got beat up. And I give him credit for that. But what are we talking about?
I'm about to say, but tell me you don't look blue. Tell me that Barrios. I'm gonna put it like this. Everybody that lost to Tank, no, you gotta, hey Blue, you gotta, but Blue, you gotta keep it real. Everybody that lost to Tank, they got Tank resume looking real good in these streets.
Who?
Even down the road.
Isaac Cruz got outclassed by Yuri.
Pitbull Cruz.
Isaac Cruz got outclassed by Rayo. Right? These are solid wins.
But he still want to go do something better.
Huh?
After he lost to Tank, he moved up and did. After he lost to Tank, he still became champion. That's what I'm talking about. He became champion.
Bro, he beat Rolly.
But he became champion. Look, Shakur Stevenson got hit. Look, Shakur Stevenson is a 3-division champion, and nobody really care about none of those champions that he beat. All we know is that he was champion in 3 divisions. Let's be for real about that. If you gonna just go say he just beat Rolly, he still became champion. He making Tank resume look real good, and you ain't gonna admit it, bro.
This is why boxing is in the state it's in. You can't do this in no other sport. You can't make silly arguments like this in no other sport. You can't do it. Ain't nobody gonna come here because a team with 1 world champion. Ain't nobody gonna compare them to the Boston Celtics or the Yankees or. Nobody's going to do that. You would sound silly, absolutely outside your mind, if you try to compare these teams to those teams. You would sound crazy. You wouldn't even think about doing it. In boxing, you can do this.
Because it's all about perception.
Right.
And there's no facts. There's no actual the accolades don't make a difference. It's all about that guy was a harder fighter, though. That guy was a better fighter. I like that fight better. That was a better looking fight to me. It's no longer like, that's why he's not, and that's why Tank is not tripping. That's why he's not trying to unify his division. He's not trying to get, you know what I'm saying? He's not trying to do those things because he knows a lot of fans out here are satisfied with what he's done. They know it.
Like I said, Clay, you can in the sport of boxing, you can say whatever you want. It's the land.
Look at all the names: Pedraza, Leo Santa Cruz. So he's done. I talked to Dub yesterday, and I told him, you know what? I'm gonna stop asking Tank to do anything. He's on the level of Canelo right now. He's just on his retirement tour. He's just fighting the fights he needs to fight. His career is done. We can officially judge Tank on what he's done up to now, and not expecting to do anything else. And we should judge him on what he's done right now, and just make a decision as to whether or not we're going to put him in the Hall of Fame or not, or whether or not, because he's done. He has nothing left to do. You guys are completely satisfied with the fights that he's done. You think you're comparing him to Canelo Alvarez, somebody who's on his way out the door, who's literally already done with his career. He's accomplished everything. He's in the latter half of his career where he's about to leave, and we're talking about somebody who's never even unified in any division. He's never even done it. He's not even tried to do it.
You know what? Though, as a businessman, I'm gonna tell you this. Just like with hip hop, if I put out a rapper right now and he's killing it, talking about nothing, I'm not gonna change that.
But look how many rappers are he talking about?
But you gonna compare him to Nas?
Right.
No, not at all. But if he making money for
But this is what we're doing right now.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about lyricist. You brought up hip hop, so we're talking about you're gonna because he's steering, he's pushing the needle in his era, right? He's packing out stadiums, he's making money, right? We're still gonna give him. We're gonna lyrically compare him to somebody who's a lyric like Jay, Nas, Biggie, Talib, Black Thought. We're gonna bring up those type of bar gods to a damn. I don't want to diss. I don't want to say nobody's name dissing, but I was about, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say no names. I'm just going to say we know what we're saying. Or Eminem, we're going to compare him to somebody who just has no Keef or something. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who's just popular for whatever his reason is. He's popular for whatever his reason is, but he's not on that in that conversation. We know that.
Clay, keep it real. Would you be okay? I mean, are you okay with like stuff like Shakur? Because I can't. And the reason why I'm saying Shakur is because, no matter what, I gotta put some respect on Devin's name, like because just off the thought of everything that we just talking about. Yeah. But I don't see Shakur getting in there with nobody, man. He fighting people that Keyshawn Davis supposed to be fighting. The type of competition that I see Shakur be fighting, son.
But listen, right?
I'll be seeing that probably lined up for like Keyshawn Davis.
We got to talk about the ability for these fighters to make the great fights versus their ability not to be able to do it, right? So Shakur is still young in his career. He's still running towards the best fights of his life. He understands that his legacy's in front of him. But the way people talk about Tank, it's like his legacy's behind him. Like he's already done it. Like he's already accomplished right now. And now he's on his way out the door, where Shakur's best version of himself is clearly in front of him. He's going to do great. He's going to move forward and do great things. What great things is Tank getting ready to do?
Okay, but Clay.
So that's the reason?
Clay,
so that's your reason? That's your reason, though?
Is he done?
That's your reason of saying it's okay for Shakur. For real, that's your reason for real, Clay?
Okay for what? I'm not saying it's okay for Shakur to do nothing.
I'm saying Shakur don't got to put no footwork in because he's still younger. He could grow.
Shakur's striving to fight. If it was up to Shakur, him and Tank would have fought. Him and Devin would have fought. He's always been checking for the big fights. He's always been looking for it. We don't got to play that game.
Wait.
Calling out names. Tank don't call out no names. There's background noise on somebody's thing.
So we said it's credit if you call somebody out. If you are A side, because we got hold it with the same heat. Look, right? If you are A side to another fighter that's beneath you, and you say that, and all of a sudden it's just okay to say, oh, because he didn't accept the fight, or look, it was no contract sent to those guys either. It was still word of mouth. To be real, Frank Martin probably was the only one that really got a contract. Everybody else was just Shakur calling them out, and Shakur saying they ducking them. Like, let's be for real about it. They ain't get no contract either, but we gave Shakur a slap on the wrist for that. And he the A side to those.
Big Punch. I feel I'm lying. What am I lying about, Big Punch? What in the world am I lying about, bruh? Please, somebody send that guy the link. Listen, at the end of the day, we're asking for Tank to do what he hasn't done yet. The way you guys speak,
you're right.
The way you guys speak, you speak as if he's already accomplished. There's nothing left for him to do.
But you know, you can't say them guys with me because, like, I'm coming in off of just a boxing. I just like boxing. Frank Martin is my favorite fighter, and I made it clear to you. I said I believe that Frank Martin was the last chance.
Listen, what I'm saying is, Tank Davis has things that he needs to do to be in these conversations that you're trying to put him in with, and I'm bringing him up because we were just talking about Canelo Alvarez. So when we're talking about somebody like Canelo Alvarez, Tank is not in that conversation because he hasn't done those things yet. You brought up Shakur, right? You want to deflect and send it to Shakur's way. And I'm telling you that Shakur is very conscious.
Keep saying deflect, but Clay, how does deflect? If you say facts over feelings, I'm bringing up a fact in a conversation that we talking about boxing. So I'm not going to get. I'm not on Tank's side. I'm not on Shakur's side. But if we gonna sit right here and say we're gonna talk about boxing, let's talk about boxing. Like
Okay,
for real,
but
I'm
what am I
calling out
doing
stuff
that's
that
wrong
y'all
right
see.
now? What am I saying
I
that's
mean,
wrong right now?
I'm calling out stuff that I see, just like y'all calling out stuff that y'all see. Like I don't see Shakur putting in no
These election
footwork,
results
and
while I'm
everybody
talking
keeps
to y'all, my
saying
bad.
like, oh, like he a 3 division champ, but not once. Not once do anybody ever talk about those fights. All they know is that he a three
But what does
division
that
champ.
mean that
They
they don't
don't
talk
care
about
about.
it? What does that mean? Does it mean it doesn't happen? Does it mean because they don't talk about it, it's not significant? Is his
No,
unification that
I'm
he
just
did not
saying.
significant? Is the championships he earned not significant because people aren't talking about it? There's no
All right,
argument
watch
here as
this.
far as
Watch
Tank
this,
Davis's
Clay.
popularity.
Hey,
As far
Clay.
as his
Clay, I'm about
popularity
to
and
ask you
as far
something.
as
Hold on,
his
Carl, hold on. Johnny Merce,
All right.
brother in the super chat. Much love, family. He said, "Wow, this guy, amazing." Hey, Carl, make your last point so we can let Punch and Clay go, and then we're gonna get off here after that.
All right. Well, hey, Clay, I did want to say this, like, because like, and I don't come off as no hater, and y'all know I don't come off as no hater.
I ain't call you no
I
hater.
just saying like, I know. I'm just saying like when we go putting it like this guy's the A side to this guy, but this guy can't be an A side to that guy. We said it's power and all that stuff. All I'm saying is that I want to see Shakur fight some of the names that we saying that we want Tank to fight too. Not just Tank fight all the names. That's my only thing. I don't care about what Tank doing or nothing. I'm just saying that I want to see Shakur. If they say he up there and he number one and he number two under Tank, I want to see him fight them same guys too. I want to see this. I want to see the real dog. I want to see if Shakur could let his hands go on the move without having somebody standing there, and then he let a good combination go, and it looked good. I never seen Shakur had to punch on the move out of any fight that I seen him on fight. That's all I'm saying. I want to see somebody push him, and he gonna have to punch while he moving, not get somebody hurt and they stand there like that. That's all I'm saying. I want to see him fight somebody that got the same thought, just like him. It's not just Tank out there. That's why I'm pretty sure we all want to see that Williams Zepeda, because I think Williams Zepeda gonna bring that out of him.
Okay. All right, no doubt.
And that's all I'm saying. But I just want to see good boxing with all of them. But no, y'all already know I got mad respect for y'all.
All the respect, all the love, bro. That's a fact.
And I'll continue. Hey, Blue, you already know I always hit you up on Instagram, because I can type in the chat. But every time you live, you always get it on message from me. But y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Hey, yo, Blue, I'm gonna say this because I mess with both of y'all. My bad. I know it ain't none of my business, because my mother always tell me to mind my business. I hope you and Fanon could figure that out, though. I ain't going front. I know I've been here for years for the whole thing. I hope. I'm just talking about for me, because I mess with both of y'all. I hope. You know what I mean? That's just how I am. Any platform I go on, anybody I know that's beef, I always say, because that's what I hope. You know what I mean? Everybody else think I want the same thing I want. I hope y'all can figure that out. And
that's real. That's real right there, bro. That's real.
But you feel me? But salute to all y'all. Yo, have a good night. I'm about to go up here and look at some Walking Dead.
All right, my guy.
All right.
What's good, Punch?
Not much.
What I lie about, brother?
Bruh, like you always be saying some wild stuff, man.
Always?
About Tank,
Okay.
man. And
Okay.
like this, you know, last time we talked, we was talking about that Shakur offer. That's what I'm talking about. When you said
okay, let's talk
that,
about it.
oh, he wasn't trying to fight him or whatever like that. And it's like,
wait, hold on. Wait. I said that Tank wasn't trying to fight Shakur. That's what I said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so you said that, and Shakur out his own mouth. We didn't even hear this from Tank. We didn't hear nothing from Tank about this. We heard out of Shakur's own mouth that he said Tank's team reached out to me. So it's like, bruh, that came from Shakur. Now I can see if Tank said that, and then you like, oh, Tank, we don't believe you because Shakur ain't said nothing about it. But this came out of Shakur's mouth. He said they reached out to me. So how can you say that he wasn't trying to fight him? That's a lie.
Okay, I don't know if that's a lie, but fine, right? We'll go with the lie thing, right? Tank's team reached out to Shakur's team to ask him about his availability, right?
Right.
Then what did Shakur say to Tank's team?
I don't know what he said, but y'all said
We never know this part. This is the part, even though this information came out in the same conversation, this part we never remember, right? So Shakur responded and said, I'm available and I want the fight. That's what Shakur said in that same interview. In that same interview that you're quoting from, that's what he responded with. They said they were going to call him back. Do you have proof or confirmation that they followed up with him with an offer or that they even called him back?
They did not call him back.
Okay. So that being said, if the fight was going to be made based on that conversation, there's a phone call made by a team inquiring about availability. Shakur confirms availability. The last time they spoke to each other and before they hung up the phone, the agreement was, we're going to reach back out to you. He didn't get no phone call back, right? And then Shakur got in another interview on Cigar Talk where he said, not only did I do that, but before I actually made a move forward to go ahead and make that move with Eddie Hearn and coordinate that fight with Joe Cordina, I reached back out. Shakur reached back out to that team and asked them what's going on with that fight before I make this happen. And they still didn't respond. They said the boy was in Paris and that they had no response. You didn't hear that from Cigar Talk?
No, I'm saying that was the response. You said he didn't respond, but they told him he's in Paris and he had to wait. And what did Shakur jump on Twitter and say? Hold on. What did Shakur jump on Twitter and say? I'm not going to wait for him. Did he not say that?
What are you talking about? From the second time he called him back?
Did Shakur say on Twitter, I am not going to wait for him?
Exactly. And he should have. And he did the right thing. And he did the right thing. Because there was an opportunity for them. But listen, don't do that. There was an opportunity there for Tank team. Don't sit there and make it look like that same old story that Shakur should have just waited, passed on money, passed on opportunities on something that he had to follow up on. They didn't even follow up with him, and then they hit him with the same nonsense.
Tank wasn't in the country to
Tank
follow
don't
up
make
with
the deal.
him.
Tank don't make the deals, bro. He's not talking to Tank.
Tank don't make the deal.
Make the deal? Who does the matchmaking for Tank?
Tank don't need
listen, no. Listen what I'm trying to say to you. No, you're not. Okay, Big Punch. Listen what I'm saying to you, right? Hold on. If Tank says he don't want the fight, then the fight's not going to happen.
Just answer that one question.
Go ahead.
Tank don't need to be around for negotiation.
Listen what I'm saying to you, right? Does Tank need to be around like in America? Is that what you're asking me? You telling me he has no presence unless he's physically there?
Does he need to be there for negotiation?
I don't think so. No, I don't feel like, because I don't understand what you mean by there. If you're talking about physically, I don't feel like he physically needs to be there. No. I don't see why he would. If he has a team that represents his interests, he can communicate to a team. At a minimum, an offer can be put out there. An offer can actually be put out there for Shakur Stevenson to know that, okay, we got a fight that we're negotiating. There was no offer put out there. Shakur was well within his right.
There wasn't no offer put out there.
Shakur Stevenson was well within his right to not even follow up with the phone call to ask if the fight is still on, because it was their responsibility to reach back out to them, because that's what they agreed that was going to happen on the first phone call.
Okay, so
right. So if you can't even tell this man, if you cannot even,
is the money man, right? Tank is the money man. We all call Tank the money man, right? And we all know it's like hitting the lottery, right? It's as soon as you get
hitting the lottery, that's a whole nother conversation. Go ahead.
Okay, as soon as you get that call, because everybody says Tank got to reach out, right? Everybody say that. Everybody say, "Oh, Tank is the A side. He got to be the one to reach out to you."
Is he or is he not? Everybody says it. You don't say that.
I said everybody. I'm included in everybody.
Okay, go ahead.
So basically, everybody says that he's got to do the reaching out. So he reached out. His team reached out. So now you're trying to tell me that once he reached out, hold on. That he reached out. His team reached out. Now you're going to tell me that, he's not going to wait for the negotiation. He's not going to wait for an offer. And
How
this is
long
the
did he
fight
wait?
that he really wants. This is the fight he really wants. And he can't wait for this man to come back into the country. That's what you're telling me.
Big
He can't
punch.
wait for that.
The big punch. Listen to me, right?
Did he
Listen
wait
what
a
I'm saying,
month?
right?
Did he wait 2
Listen,
weeks?
he don't gotta
Did he
wait
wait
longer
3
than
weeks?
listen. The offer, the phone call was made after Lomachenko dropped out a deal, right? What was that? Late August? When was that? I don't know if anybody has a date. I feel like it was like August 22nd, 1st, 3rd, something like that, right?
Okay.
Somewhere in that range. He didn't sign off with Eddie Hearns until like what? September what? What was the date when he signed off with Eddie Hearn? I'll look it up real quick just in case so we don't got to guess. I'll look it up right now. Boop, boop, boop. Let's do it right here on this. I got so many tabs open up. Google. Let's do Shakur signs with Match Room. So you see, even as a free agent, no longer Match Room ahead of his October 12th, August 20. No. When was the date that the Lomachenko fight was canceled out? There was a date on that. Because I think August 22nd was when Shakur actually signed with Matchroom. Yes, August 22nd.
It was 2 weeks before Terrence Crawford fight, so it was like July 14th or something.
Right. Exactly. So from July 14th to August 22nd, what happened in between that time if there was an offer that was going to be sent to Shakur Stevenson? That's a month.
Wait a minute. Hold on. When was Shakur's last fight? What month was that?
I mean, I don't know what that has to do with it, but Shakur's last fight
that has everything to do with it, because if he didn't fight yet, then that means he wasn't available. So you can't.
This ain't about that. It's not about availability. He was available, bro. He was available. We don't need to say that.
You got.
No, we trying to say that they didn't make it. Why wouldn't he be available? I don't understand.
You can't sit here and say that. We just because Loma pulled out that Shakur was automatically available if he hadn't fought yet.
He was available. Everybody knew he was a free agent. He was available. What are you talking about?
I'm not talking about him being a free agent. I'm talking about him being in the fight. Him actually have to fight.
All right, so let's pull it up. All right, let's pull it up.
Artem.
Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm not gonna even. You say it's significant, so we'll pull it up.
Because if he hadn't fought Artem yet, then of course they wasn't gonna reach out to him.
He fought Artem on July 6th.
July 6th. And you said,
and this is a fight they were putting together for November 2nd.
And freaking what is his name? Lomachenko pulled out in July what?
He pulled out what? I don't know, like end of July. Middle to the end of July. Let's look it up. I'll look it up for you.
I thought that's what you just said earlier. That was the first one you looked up.
No, that was Blue who confirmed that. He said that, and that's why I didn't do it. But I'll look it up right now. I ain't gonna even trip about it. I'm gonna look it up right now. Lomachenko.
But from off my memory, it was about like 2 weeks before he was like, I'm not gonna wait on this guy.
No, it wasn't. It was like a month. I mean, just by the dates. Let's see here. So he's trying to pull out negotiation with Javante Davis for the light heavyweight. Oh,
yeah, man. I just feel like that dude should have waited. He should have waited if he really wanted to fight Tank. And it wasn't even a month. It wasn't that long.
All right. It was July 20th. Right, July 19th, July 20th, right. July 20th is when the article came out.
Lomachenko pulled out. And then he made an offer to him, what, at the end of July?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know when. He didn't make no offer, first of all. He didn't make no offer. He reached out.
He gave him the call. He gave him the call.
Yeah, on some date.
He gave him the call.
Right.
So, and then you said that he signed with Eddie Hearn when?
August 22nd, August 23rd, around that time.
August 22nd. So it was in between that time. You're saying that basically somewhere in between August and July, he gave up waiting on him.
I mean, I guess those are the dates. There it is, between those dates and those dates, right? So
that's a short period of time.
Why is that a short period of time on a fight that you're trying to put together in November? It's almost September.
Bro, he didn't even let this man come back into the country, bro. Like it wasn't like
not negotiate his fights. He has representation. Bro, he does not do this stuff. All they need to hear from him is
he don't have nothing to do with how much money he's gonna get and how much they want to make the offer.
Guaranteed. He gets guaranteed money. There's a deal with Amazon Prime. Remember, he got guaranteed money. What does he care?
So
this is a fight that he said he wanted to make happen. What does he care? He's not worried about negotiating that.
So they not negotiating money. That's what you're saying.
What I'm saying is Tank is not sitting. Listen, what I'm saying, whatever Tank's role is in this negotiation does not require him to. I wonder if Tank has ever sat physically in an office to negotiate a fight for himself. Do you think that's what he does? Do you think that he's in an office in a room with a bunch of representatives negotiating?
He's for sure.
Part of it, how though? In what capacity? Because I agree with you that he may be part of it.
As far as
so when he physically needs to be there? No. Listen, I'm saying is he there? No. Listen, I'm saying in what capacity is he involved in the process? In the capacity where he physically needs to be there, or is he there where he just needs to say yes, no, I agree, I don't accept that? In what capacity is he involved in the negotiation?
I believe he's in capacity of that because it's supposed to be his company. If it's your company, I can see if he was with his signed to another promotional company.
Not, bro.
But this is his promotional company.
I'm very confident he's not there in that capacity. I can't confirm it. I'm not there. I don't believe. I do not see Tank Davis sitting in no office negotiating no deals, bro. He's not doing that, bro. He's getting an offer. He's saying yes to it, or he's saying no to it, bro. That's what's happening. His representation, his manager, whoever it is coming. His Kenny Moore is Tank. I got this deal for you. Bop, bop, bop. This is my money I got on the table. It's for this. It's for that. Yo, let me know what to do. Should I go ahead and pull this trigger, or are you not taking it? Kenny Moore's Tank. Yo, Kenny, yeah, I'm fucking with that, bro. I don't even give a damn, man. Just put that boy on the table. No doubt. Say less, King. Enjoy Paris. Click. Yeah, all right. So go ahead and send him the offer. Let's go ahead and get this done. Am I wrong, Kenny?
No, sound fair.
Thank you. So the excuse that Tank Davis physically not being in the country is getting in the way of an offer being sent to Shakur Stevenson is just not. It's not fair to say that that's the only way it can happen, and you can bet that Shakur's team is letting him know that as well. Like, brother, if he's serious, this thing is going to get done. This is not the first fight deal that's been made. This is not the first opportunity to be on the table. They know how these things go.
Let me ask you this. So since Shakur's been at 135 until this time, has Tank's team ever reached out to him before?
I don't know, bro. I don't see.
No, you know for a fact. You know this never happened before. This is the first time that this has ever happened that he reached out.
It could be the first time. What's the difference? I don't know what you mean. Like, I'm trying to say that I don't know on the strength of. I'm not saying I don't know because it hurts the conversation. I'm trying to say I don't know because I don't know what Tank team is doing. All I'm trying to say is this, right? What I'm trying to say is this. I want to keep it simple, right? Because
reaching out for no apparent reason. That's my point.
We're both speculating.
For no apparent reason.
No. We don't know what he's gonna do, and we don't know why he's doing it. We don't know what's behind it.
How many people can say that Tank's team reached out to me and they didn't accept the fight?
This is what I'm gonna tell you, right? I'm going to tell you like this. Let me give you a reason as to why it could not work the way you think it's working. Tank's team can reach out to Shakur to confirm availability just off the strength of letting the powers that be that are coordinating this fight to know that this guy's available, right? They might be putting this in the lap of another team involved in this who's controlling the money, who's controlling the amount of money that Shakur is going to be offered or how much money they can even offer Tank. Tank is not going in his bank account, swiping his Black American Express card and offering Shakur Stevenson a whole boatload of money. So his team could be reaching out to confirm the availability, and the responsibility for the phone call back could not even be that same team that reached out. It could be a whole nother team that's out there matchmaking and putting this thing together. Like Tom Brown could have his team coordinating this fight. He's the one. Matter of fact, when you look on BoxRec, it says that Tom Brown is the matchmaker and the promoter of this fight. So we don't even know how far and how deep.
I love that you're saying what you're saying right now. I really do. I love what you're saying right now, because that proves even more of a fact that why he should have waited, because there's other teams that's involved that is taking a longer process to contact him back. No, bro, you just proving it yourself. Because if it's that many people and that many hands in the pot, hold on.
I'm not proving it at all, bro. What I'm saying to you,
it's going to take that much longer to get back to him.
You said,
take that much longer to get back to him. Like,
first of all, number one, wait, hold on.
Yourself.
No, we're not saying that. You're doing a lot of over talking, and it's not getting anywhere. It's not true what you're saying. I'm sorry. I'm trying to really help you out, but you really, I mean,
you are helping me out. You are helping me out.
Talking, I guess. So I should stop. Right.
No, because you're making sense. You're making sense, bro.
So if I'm making sense, why don't you let me finish? And what sense does it make to stop me in the middle of my conversation if I'm making sense?
Go ahead.
All right, thank you. What I'm saying to you is your argument was to say that Shakur Stevenson, when I said Shakur Stevenson is trying to fight people, you're saying he's not, right? Right? Was that what did you come up here? What was your argument? Why did you come up here and call me a liar? What did I lie about?
Argument. Hold on, let me tell you my argument. My argument was that Tank is trying to fight him. You said he wasn't.
Okay, yeah, that was your argument, right? All right, and the reason I said that is because if they wanted to make the fight happen, they would have made an offer to Shakur Stevenson. Yes or no?
Bruh, they reached out. Shakur said he didn't want to wait for the offer.
That doesn't mean what I'm saying to you is you're not taking.
Shakur said he didn't want to wait for the offer.
You're not taking into consideration, brother.
So that's not on tape.
How long does it take to put a fight together? How long does it take to put a fight together?
I'm not gonna wait. He said
they also reached out to Edwin De Los Santos.
Right, and they reached out to Rayo.
They reached out to Rayo too, right?
So which one of those fights got made?
None of them.
Okay.
So which one of them? Watch it.
Okay, go ahead.
Which one of them moved? Which one of them moved on?
What do you mean? Which one moved on?
There we go. That's another point.
Which one of those fighters moved on from the fight? Because your argument is that Shakur didn't wait. So did which one of the other fighters he reached out to? Which one of them moved on and didn't wait?
I don't know what the schedule was for either one of them because Rayo, he had a rematch with Pitbull. So and then you said
that wasn't the problem.
That wasn't the problem. Last time I heard, he was
that wasn't the problem.
That wasn't the problem. He was injured. And now Shakur, he made other fights happen.
De Los Santos wasn't injured.
There's the three. So
De Los Santos wasn't injured. Isak Cruz did not get away in that fight happening. Of that fight happening.
Huh?
The reason Rayo didn't fight is because they wanted Rayo to come down to 135. He's like, I'm not coming down to 135 with this little bit of time of notice. I got a rematch that I'm supposed to be doing with Isak anyway, right? So I'm not leaving 140.
I never heard
come
that,
down to 135
to me.
That's literally, brother. That's why he didn't come down, bro. He did not want to come down weight. Robert Garcia confirmed that, you know what I'm saying, as well as Rayo said that I didn't have enough time to come down to 135. It didn't make no sense for me to do that, right?
Okay, so that was him moving coach, on.
De Los Santos
just asked who moved on. And
they
didn't
just
move on. Reason why he moved on.
Not moving on, bro.
That is. If you're saying that I don't want to come down the weight to 135 and I'm a 140 fighter, then he's moving on. Like,
he could have came up to 140 to fight him, but that's another conversation. As far as De Los Santos, his coach confirmed they were available. There was no injury. That's some made up nonsense. There was no injury getting in the way of that fight from happening. As a matter of fact, I think they were trying to coordinate, which is going to be hilarious. I was going to wait to see this fight happen on December 14th because Edwin De Los Santos was supposed to be on that card, which is hilarious, right?
Now he left.
His phone probably died.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, what he's trying to say, and I just want to be clear, right? Because I'm not like Blue. You think that you look at it like Tank ducked. I'm not saying Tank ducked nobody. I'm saying Tank didn't want to fight Shakur. He looked at his options and he said, we're going to fight later. I'm not saying never want to fight him. He said that fight's not going to happen right now. That's not the fight I'm looking to happen, because I was going to go into Leonard Ellaby saying that the right timing for the fight. He said that it wasn't the right time for the fight to happen. And then Eddie Hearn said, yeah, I understand what you're saying. You want his market value built up, and that's what we're doing. We're building up his market value so that the fight can happen. So in my opinion, the teams came to a conclusion that the fight wasn't going to happen at that point. But what am I lying about to say that Tank didn't want to fight Shakur?
I think those guys probably potentially could be coming up after they both get past these guys.
Listen, there's a lot of. I agree with you.
But the point is, why is he not fighting them next?
Not exactly.
The point is not if he's gonna fight them in the future. The point is why aren't you fighting them right now?
It's because he doesn't want to fight him right now. That's the question. It's if Tank is not fighting somebody like Shakur, it's because Tank's time. Shakur is available for Tank, right? He's the B side. Like if Tank says, "Yo, I'm ready to fight you," Shakur's gonna have to move things around and make it happen and fight Tank. But they're not telling Tank
a tune-up on PBC.
Who knows? All the above, because it's an opportunity that 9 out of 10 fighters aren't going to pass up on an opportunity to fight Tank.
No, I get it, but he could have went over there and got that tune-up. He's not making no crazy money.
Did PBC offer him a contract? Did they offer him a contract?
Who could have went and got? Why he got to do all that? Nobody. Lamont Roach ain't doing it.
Because like if he really wanted to fight, why go
with Lamont Roach? Does Lamont Roach doing that? All that?
Well, no, I'm saying, but he went with the total opposite of who Tank deal with.
But it doesn't even matter. It don't even matter. Ain't nobody else have to jump through hoops and hurdles to get.
I get it, but hey, listen. If I feel like this, if Shakur really wanted that fight, then Jay Prince would have reached out to PBC, not Shakur.
Jay Prince can't make the fight.
Yeah,
no. Shakur gonna take it to Jay Prince and say, "Hey, this is what I want."
It don't matter. It don't matter. This is what I'm saying, right? We gotta stop putting these things on everybody, but where the blame belongs.
If I manage you, you're not going to do nothing without me.
David Benavidez can have all the best management in the world. If Canelo don't want to fight, he ain't fighting him. I don't care who reach out on his part.
By the way,
it don't matter who represents Shakur Stevenson, who reach out to who. If Tank ain't want to fight, he ain't fighting. That's it. That's all. And Tank is in position of power. He controls everything. That's it. That's all. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who should have did this. No. Lamont Roach have to do all that? No.
That's a tune-up for something bigger.
Well, a tune-up for what? Wasn't Frank Martin the tune-up?
Probably Shakur.
Think about this. Frank Martin never even fought for a world title.
He with the loop, though. He
never fought for a world title. He's never been a world champion.
Yeah, and Tank don't have to reach too high to make money.
Didn't they say they was having? Remember, this was the narrative. Frank Martin was a tune-up because Tank was out the ring for a year.
Sure.
So you just fought Frank Martin. Now you need another tune-up? Bro, you having tune-ups in majority of the 30 fights.
Yeah, but if you was managing him and he was Tank, if you was managing Tank and he was making this kind of money,
now we bringing in the business. What that got to do with
Tank? I'm talking about the people who control what Tank do. Tank ain't got no control over nothing.
Himself. Tank Davis said, "I want to fight this list of fighters."
Right.
Are you fighting that list of fighters? Guess what? The business didn't want to see Edgar Berlanga and Canelo. Who did Canelo Alvarez fight?
It worked.
Who he wanted to fight.
That worked though.
But again, was they calling for him to fight Edgar Berlanga? No. He wanted to fight. He made it happen. When Canelo wanted to fight Abney Yildirim as the unified champion for $30 million, didn't he do it?
No, 100% get what you're saying without a doubt.
So we can't be like, well, this guy got to do. We putting all this blame, like Clay keeps saying, on the B side. No, it's the A side. Period. That's it. That's all.
I get it.
We trying to justify him not fighting the best. That's it. There's no justification. He chooses who he wants to fight when he wants to fight them. Just like Leonard Ellaby said, just like Floyd said, and he's still following that same model. And he ain't fighting who he want to fight. Period. Let me not say that. He's fighting who he wants to fight. It don't matter what Shakur, if Jay Prince would have reached out, or if this person would have did it. None of that matters.
You think Shakur fighting the best and really reaching out to fight the top guys?
He's trying.
He always has been trying since
He
we
chased
know
Oscar Valdez for 2 divisions.
Yep. He's always been sitting there trying to fight Lomachenko, trying to fight Frank Martin, trying to fight Devin Haney, trying to fight. He's always been. That's always been his mission. That's what he's known for.
They can't force them to fight. You can't do it. Can't do it. David Benavidez can't force Canelo Alvarez. They offering Canelo Alvarez 50 million, 60 million. He don't want to fight. He ain't going to fight.
Yeah.
That's it.
I do agree. I do agree. I'm asking questions.
The moment when Tank want to fight Shakur, guess what? The fight is going to happen.
Yep. And I just want to be clear. I want to be clear that until an offer is sent, it hasn't been sent. We got to stop playing in between the lines because you're a promoter and you understand what I'm saying. Until paperwork, until real negotiations are happening, until we're at the table, nothing is happening.
Right.
Talk is cute. It's adorable. What you want to do, what you aspire to do, that's what's up. You got my ear, but you don't got me to lock off other opportunities until we get a negotiation going on. You got something you're doing, right? Kenny, you got an event that somebody wants you to do. You have an event on the table who's got paperwork ready for you. They said, boom, $5 million. We're ready to go, Kenny. And then you got somebody else who's talking about you really want to do business with them, and maybe there could be more money with them, but they're not. They talk to you on the phone, but they don't want to send you no paperwork. They don't want to promise you nothing. They don't want to even say, I promise you we're putting a fight together as soon as we get back. They're just like, I'm going to call you back. You're going to be like, I'm going to take this paper that's on the table, bro. I'm not going to walk away from this and play no games with you. You know how to make a deal happen. You talked about soft deposits earlier and deposits and all kind of things. This is not new to business. Business is the same since the beginning of the time. You need to give some sort of act of faith that you're serious about what you're doing for me to turn away other real opportunities that are coming my way. Yes or no?
Sure. But I can tell you this for 100% fact. If I had Tank and he was making this kind of money, I would drag the public on as far as I can to make as much money as I can until I start losing. And then I'll put him in with a Shakur that might make him look bad.
That sounds like chess to me, and I can respect it, brother.
Yeah,
but how can we put it on Shakur's neck though to sit around and play games with his career though? While you're doing that, he got to do what he got to do.
That might be the worst fight in the world for Tank. And if I was making money off of Tank every fight nobody, I'm staying away from Shakur.
Right.
Talk to him.
But that's again. Right.
So I do get it. I get what y'all on. I do 100%.
That's all I'm saying.
But let me get out of here, man.
Good. Yes, sir, man. Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kenny.
All right.
Much love, family.
Yeah, 100.
Salute, blue, man. Another one knocked down. Another one. I saw that. You want me to hit you after this, or you about to dip? I know how you get at night.
Yeah. No. Just hit me up after this.
All right, I'll hit you up after this. Say less.
Yeah. Give me like 15 minutes after we end it.
All right. Say less. Say less.
Right. Appreciate y'all coming through. Go subscribe to my brother Claymore Rain. Link is in the chat. Salute to each and every one of y'all. We appreciate y'all coming through, studding up, holding us down. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. We gone. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Roaches.